5, 6, bam, live. We are live. All right. Beautiful Sunday. Voice of SINOE is live. There's a rhyming there. Beautiful Sunday. Voice of SINOE. Beautiful Sunday. Yeah, all the people that went to supplicate their supreme man. Hopefully they are home now.
All the people that went
to. We hope you are all home now. Okay, my son. I see the video quality is to my taste. Great. Hey, SHEKPEH, how are you? Jala, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the Voice of SINOE. We are here. It will be a great show today. As you join, you have to share the link. That's all you have to do right now. Share. You can't just be watching and you don't share. Just share it on your page or in other groups, and that would be wonderful. I would really appreciate that. You know how we do your Voice of SINOE. We're gonna play some little music while we share too on the other side. That's what we're gonna do. And to find some music, now while we share. Well, I got my collection somewhere here that I want to play. Yeah, I want you to share before I play. All right, we'll be right back with Voice of SINOE. We'll be share the link for you.
Hello to all my fans around the world. My name is Marie Nyenambo, the queen of traditional music. The only thing I want you to do to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on WhatsApp, I'm on Amo. Just subscribe to my channel. Promote me, my fans. Subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe, guys. Thank you.
Choice National Cheerleading. Basi konji aple chiko nini ape bosuko jawiani. Andrew Sua. Isa Sawe. Tabena ne. Tebe jiboe. Kena nune. Blabla juwe wade. Blabla juwe serane. Nesle juwe wade. Jeje pole serane. Yeba jeje pole lo. Umumu depo. Yeba bla 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 bla. Umumu depo.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Voice of SINOE in the diaspora with Dr. SARYORPODEH ESOTERIC, coming to you live from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. I surmise you are having a wonderful day, wonderful Sunday. Those that go to the edifice to supplicate the invisible man, you are out there today to pray to your deity. I'm glad that you're having a wonderful day. On my side, all is well. I'm having a great time. The family with me at home. All right, so what we're going to do is quickly, we just want to see some of the comments are trending so far, and I will share the agenda with you, and I will go into what we have for you today. Following from Liberia, Preston, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Washington, Mr. Panther, welcome. Sylvester, how are you? Welcome. Walker, you following? Thank you. Please share for us. Beautiful Marie, and that's her. Nice. Vasco, watching live from Paradise in Bitterbury City. All right, welcome, buddy. You're in Paradise, man. I'm watching from the residence of Honorable Matthew G. Zarza, Santa County. Lloyd, how are you? Welcome aboard. You guys are great political soldiers of the great man. We are here. I see you. Prophet Kise, I see you, sir. I'm watching you from Monrovia, Liberia, Ghana'sville. All right, welcome, KOLO. Neil, and who here again are saying Shaki or Shaky political other political youth leader Tote. Good evening, Dr. SARYORPODEH ESOTERIC, following you live from Greenville, Santa County. Okay, all right, guys. I really wanted to thank you. Share the link for us. Don't hesitate. We are also on YouTube. We are on live right now on YouTube. Just put Madison Freeman, and you will see us also on YouTube. We are there. Great, great, great. You know, I know that other people that are following, they don't click on the link, you know, so that's how you put, they can't see them. All right. Either way, you are still listening to the voice of the great man. And that's what matters. Once the message is getting across, I mean, whether you click on the link, you don't click on the link, you know, you can still, all you'd have to do is activate your speaker, take the X from there, and you will listen to me. All right. Or if you are like some people, you know, you'll wait after the show and then you listen. Either way, you'll get the message. All right. All right. Let's get to our agenda for today. Again, welcome aboard. As if you're just joining us, the show is about to start. And so you want your friends to be part of the show. just share as well. You know, don't be selfish. You know. Yeah, let me see the comment here. Eric saying, "How are you? Following from Sano County, Liberia, Bitterroot City, to be precise." Okay, thank you. All right. So here, Bawoza, welcome aboard, buddy. So we have here for today our agenda. We want to do a quick shout out here to the great man. Happy birthday to Sir McCarvin Levi Madison. He's one of the young men in the Delaware Valley chapter. He member of the Union of the United States Association. He's part of the intellectual class. And so last night, a young man, McCarvin Levi Madison, we call him the heir to the British throne of encyclopedic knowledge. He celebrated his birthday last night in the city of in Delaware, in the state of Delaware, actually. So let's show you the guy, and we'll just play a quick speech from the great intellectual of our times. Okay, so that's McCarvin there. You know, is the man that's we're calling him a metrosexual. You know, he likes to dress. He's a sybarite. He loves luxury, good stuff. So as you can see over there, depicting nice Afrocentric outfit over there. So it's a Eurocentric and Afrocentric combination. And the glasses, now African, you know, watch. We don't make watches. We make nice African clothes and the hearty and stuff like that. All right, so that's McCarvin. McCarvin want to say happy birthday to you, brother. Wish you many more years. You hit 39 at the same age Dr. King, you know, when he passed away. He was 39 years old. All right, so you hit that milestone. The man said yesterday, his hope, or last night, his hope is to reach 39, to pass away at age 39. It's because many great men they pass away at that time. You know, even though I find that statement disturbing, you know, to say such thing. I think if you want to make an impact in the world, you have to seek longevity. Because the longer you stay, the longer you live, the more you do it, especially if you're a good man, the more positive impact. And so I'm of the conviction that McCarvin is a good guy. We've been interacting for a long time. We interacted cybernetically and through a platform called the Intellectual Crossfire. We crossed fire on that forum. And to give him the credit, I must say he one of the guys who brought me to prominence. You know, we used to engage. You know, when you engage great men, people trying to follow and say, who is the guy that engaged in the great man? And so the man is a local fire, and so am I. And so we used to engage on Voice of SINOE, not Voice of SINOE, but SINOE Forum. And we used to literally dissect the English lexicon. Sometimes we invent our own words. We call that's why the people they call the local files. You know, we invent words as well, you know, appropriate to the occasion. And so McCarvin celebrated his birthday. So we want to do a quick shout out to the brother, young man, very decent young guy, well learned. You know, he's an inspiration to me. He's a young man, but his pursuit for knowledge is something that I admire greatly. You know, even though when it comes to plural marriage, you know, we radically divulge, you know, we go in different direction on that point. All right, let me play a quick statement last night from the occasion for the birth celebration of McCarvin. From the occasion, so you can see what the young man said last night. Let me share that with you. This one, boom, right here. And I will say, share. And we'll play. I'm playing
the great man.
The great man is speaking to everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you, comrade. The reason why
sometimes
the stories are made of essence.
Thank you.
Is because God in His wisdom.
Thank you. I'm going to use this. We don't want anybody to disclose.
Have ordained them for greatness to capture moments that propel ordinary men into history.
Thank you. You sure?
Elsewhere I wrote that the high height of great men was not a teach you a sudden flight.
No.
But that day when a companion slept at night,
They were
they up toiling them on books.
Thank you.
I will discipline my colleagues tonight if I do not accede to the zenith
Let's say to
to divulge the contents that made me who I am today.
Thank you. The good man. Sometimes we have the match.
Why I am seized by the euphoria of today? Because I have often prayed to the Almighty God to see only 39 years. Because all of the men who are deified the most met their end at 39. And because I sought greatness, I prayed to die at 39. But perhaps God is not yet joined with me. Because there are words that are still that are yet unsaid. But be that as it may, I want to first and foremost salute each and every one of you for being here today. I'm under no illusion that you could have been other places equally important. But you didn't wise to be here today to grace this occasion. And for that I owe you a debt of gratitude. Distinguished gentlemen and ladies, friends and family, I want to first and foremost appreciate the historic reincarnation of Cleopatra. The modern day metamorphosis of Cleopatra.
That's one of the better mothers on camera too.
My esteemed and beautiful one. The bone of my bone. The only woman hardwired to excavate goodness out of evil. Evil is so deeply flawed to muster the courage to love and then leave our places. Our name is President. If I were not so fortunate, gentlemen, please lend me your ears. I come not to deify this woman, but to get her on just earnings. Because before I met her, I was a boy. Out of patience and endurance, I became a father. A man of consequences who is shaping the events at this particular time. I love you. I appreciate you. In honor of my office, she has stood tall like the majority of this world. To say, even when he falls, I'll be there to let him up. Because I know that man by nature was born into human feces. I love you. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Keep on keeping on. So my beautiful sister, my sister, love in it, and I'm making fiancé. Thank you so much. She's the ambassador. And she's the lawyer, the best lawyer here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being all you have been to me.
All right, guys, just a short video over there from McCarvin. I just want to give a little shout out to brother. So happy birthday again, McCarvin. Happy 39th birthday. Even though, like I said, I mean, that statement, praying to be deceased at age 39 was a little disturbing, but we are glad that you have reached that age, and we wish you many more years. The president of our union says happy birthday to you as well. All right, Jana said you should bring the English down. All right, let's get to something else for our show today. Just a basic stuff that we want to get out of the way before we get to the main one. All right, so we just want to do a quick shout out to the lawmaker of SINOE County Electoral District number 2. That's Honorable SAMPSON WIAH. This man right here. Mr. WIAH he was elected not too long ago. He filled the gap left by the late Nambwe Law. He took the spot. So from all indications, he is doing great so far, even though he will be up again for re-election 2023. And also he has to do his best now to see whether the people will re-elect him. But so far, the lawmaker has been great, even though he has some glitches here and there. And that's the fallibility of man. And also, but the latest one we want to congratulate, so we say Representative WIAH'S representation has yielded a praiseworthy outcome. And also, the district number 2, according to the late lawmaker Nambwe Law, he calls that district the walking district. Okay, district number 2, sorry. District number 2 is called, the late lawmaker called it the walking district, meaning no car roads. The place the people literally walk from one village to one village from one town to another town. So it's tough. Everything is literally scarce. We'll show you the schools in district number 3 the other day for today specifically, and you see how bad the schools or the elephants are. And also about the move that Representative SAMPSON WIAH made recently, for which we want to acknowledge him, is he loved it. In the 21st century, having access to telecommunication service, it is not a luxury. It's a need, it's a necessity. And also Representative not Creighton, but Mr. SAMPSON WIAH has been working diligently. And so as we speak right now, the people that used to walk district number 2 from that district all the way to Greenville or other districts in the county where they have access to service before they can receive a phone call. Imagine in the 21st century, somebody has to go through all of that. So to put an end to that, Mr. WIAH said, I have to do something about it. And so he lobbied with Lone Star. And right now, the people they can stand on top of the Bokobor Hill. They stand on the Bokobor Hill. They can sit on their power touches or whatever, the houses, the huts that they have over there, and make their calls. And the important thing also about having access to telecommunication is a security measure as well. When somebody is sick, you don't have to run to the next area. You can just make a phone call. If you don't know car roads, but at least the information will get around. So it's a security. If somebody's doing something bad or you have something unusual going on, you can make a phone call and then people will come to your rescue. And so we want to recognize Representative SAMPSON WIAH for this great move. Congratulations, sir. These are some of the things that we need in our county. We need great things. We need good news, because that's why we send you guys in the Capitol building to represent us, to seek the interests of the hoi polloi, the poor people, the indigent people, the impoverished people that send you to the Capitol building. And so you don't go there and seek your own interests. Seek ye first the interest of the people, because the people send you there. You know, so that's a great move. Thank you. Congratulations, sir. Let's go to the next one here. We want to talk about today on voice of SINOE. The next one, I call this, how did we get here? The chronology of rebellion and corruption under the GELEO-led administration. All right? How did we get here? We are somewhere right now. And if you are a member of the union, you know where we are. And what brought us in is the incessant corruption. So how did we get here? Now the corruption by rebellion. We put somebody in power, they rebel against the system we put in place. They rebel against the elders, everybody else. So how did we get here? The chronology. So when we say the chronology, the sequence of events that brought us to where we are now. And so we want to give you the chronology, the events that led to where we are today. Yeah, but before we do that, I'd like to listen to the great man. You know, the man is it's a therapy for me. I don't know about you, but it's a therapy for me. And so I like to listen to him first. And then we'll go into it. There's something he said I want us to listen to. It's a great man.
Let me start by thanking the organizers of this occasion. I've sat for a few minutes and I've been thoroughly moved. I've used the occasion to send a number of messages to my colleagues in Kenya that a powerful thing is going on in Uganda, and that in the fullness of time, we Kenyans and I hope East Africans must embrace what is happening in Uganda. Corruption is something that we talk about. It is something that we complain about. It is something whose negative impact we recognize. It is something that even the corrupt acknowledge is a bad thing. But the irony and the tragedy at once is that those who engage in corruption love it. The tragedy at once is that those of us who do not engage in it directly accommodate it. Our levels of tolerance for corruption in Africa is amazing. A long time ago, a great Greek philosopher said that it is in the nature of man to hang the small thieves and to elect the great ones into public office. We do that in Uganda. We do that in Kenya. We do that in Tanzania. We do that in Africa. And that is why Africa remains the poorest continent on earth. I was this morning rereading a book which I commend to you. Book written by a young Zambian economist called Dambisa Moyo. The book called Dead End. And in the introduction in that book, there is a note which was found in the bodies of two young Guineans who died while trying to run away from Africa. Today, many young Africans are running away. Not so long ago, about 4 weeks to be exact, 300 young Africans drowned in the Mediterranean Sea in Lampedusa because they were running away from Africa. Not so long ago, about 3 weeks to be exact, another group of young Africans drowned next to the island of Malta because they were running away from Africa. When you look at Africa today, whether you are looking at Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, or indeed any country in Africa, our richest men and women are the men and women who occupy public office. We live in a continent where we celebrate thieves and vilify good men and women.
Yes, the PRO right there. We live in a continent where we vilify good men and women and celebrate thieves, rogues, corrupt people. That's what we do in Africa. And we'll do the same thing in the United States of America. Oh, right now in the United Sapota Association in the Americas, I see men and women, they are protecting Green Code GELEO and all those who stole our money. And so that's it. We protect, we vilify SAYWON, who is showcasing the evil deeds, the iniquities, the corruption of those corrupt people. But they make SAYWON to do the bad man. They berate me. They excoriate, they criticize SAYWON. And then they praise, they sing, hallelujah, they sing all the laudation to Green Code GELEO, who stole $90,000 plus from our account. They praise Milton TJ, who stole over $4 million in Sano County. They praise people that sponsor bill to rape our children. They praise, that's the corruption. That's the African mindset. So PLO, he speaks to those issues. I listen to him all day. Yes. There's something he said there. He said those who engage in corruption, they know corruption is a bad thing, but they practice it anyway. Green Code GELEO knows corruption is a bad thing. Dave KULEE knows corruption is a bad thing. Jabasoan knows corruption is a bad thing. Daria Moen knows corruption is a bad thing. But yet, the guys, they engage into that. They know that. They know it. All the people, those who are directly engaging into corruption, they know that is a bad thing. But they will not talk. Our community, those that say they are anti-corruption, you don't hear them talking. They don't put a statement out there. They watch it. And that's what PLO said. Those of us who don't engage in corruption directly, indirectly, we engage in. So our tolerance for corruption is high. That's why he said, we vilify thieves, and we vilify good men. And they will praise the thieves. That's something he said. He said those who engage in corruption, they love it. You heard that. Those of us who do not engage in corruption directly accommodate it. Yes, we imagine we're speaking in one voice in the United Sapota Association. Imagine we're speaking in one voice in Sino County. Imagine we're speaking in one voice in Liberia. And we're speaking in one voice in Africa against corrupt people. Imagine what would have happened by now. But you know, people will say, oh, he's from a village. He's from a quarter. He's from a town. We were in the same class before. So he's my friend. If he did the wrong thing, I would support him. That's why Africa is not going nowhere. And that is why the United Sapota Association is not going nowhere. Because the mentality is corruption is bad. It's a bad thing to know it, but they must do it. And then there was something PLO also said. He said, it is in the nature, he quoted a Greek philosopher. He said, it is in the nature of men to harm small thieves, small rogues, to harm the guy that steal billboard, those ones that steal color, those ones that steal plenty chips, those ones that steal candies. It is in the nature of African politicians or so-called big guys to punish the small thieves. But then they turn their back on the gigantic, the big ones, or the great one, he said. He used the word great. And the word great in the context means people that steal millions of dollars, they are not punished. People that steal thousands of dollars, they are not punished, but they go to the little man who steals candy. See, when I was a little boy in Liberia, if a little man steals or girl steals a candy, they will beat that child or that person in the middle of the street. But when a government official steals millions of dollars, and then the people will say, you know what? That's allegation. That is allegation. It has not been proven in court. Yeah, but the little man that was beaten in the street for stealing billboard, he hasn't been declared guilty by any court. You see? And so that's the African form of justice. You harm the little man, and then you deify the bureau. You put billboard all over the place, you press him. And so that's what we have in the United Sapphire Association. It's the same thing in Africa. It's the same thing in Liberia right now. That's why our country is endowed with resources. And then people are poor. 99% of the people are poor in Liberia. And so the people came to the United States, our forebears. They came here. They established themselves. They said, let's establish an organization to help our people in Liberia. Green, GELEO, and other came, fast forward to 2020 or whatever. Green, GELEO came and said, you're bringing revolution. People that established your organization, they didn't do the right thing. And so we are bringing revolution to change the lives of our people. And so Green, GELEO, he said, in breaking this revolution, the first thing I would do, I would not listen to anybody. I will call the elders. I mean, there was the people that got archaic and obsolete ideas. We're not listening to anybody above 60 years. We are not going to listen to you because you've been around for long and you don't change the lives of the people. And so the board of directors, they engaged Green, GELEO when he was going astray. They found a way to see how they can work together. Green did not listen to any of them because some of them on the board, Green sees them as enemies. He sees those people as old people. Some of them, they are old. They've been there for a long time, and he has no reason to listen to them. So Green, GELEO, he went to SINOE, stood before the people, and he was saying those things. Anybody in their sisters, their idea, old school, we don't listen to the people. I'm a new man, and we are bringing new ideas, new things. The revolution is here. And then when we go find out what kind of revolution the brother brought to us, it's the revolution of exacerbating poverty, the revolution of making people poor, the revolution of exacerbating corruption. That's what Green, GELEO brought to us. Oh, so the people are vilifying Dr. SAYWON, they are criticizing, they are berating, they are excoriating Dr. SAYWON, who did not steal money. All I am doing is to flag the rogues, to point out those guys the money which were used to give scholarship to our children, to put medication in the hospitals, to build schools across SAYWON County. Those that are eating the money, those are the people I'm exposing, and they say, oh, that's SAYWON dividing the community. He's a troublemaker. Oh, yes, I'd rather be a troublemaker because when I read history, when I read great men that brought liberation, they call them all sort of names. They call Dr. Kim names or Usaa agitator. He's a rabble rouser. They're calling all sort of names. So I don't care. The same thing. Gandhi was called rebel and all of that. Mandela was called rebel, all of that. So I don't care. You call me troublemaker. But we will insist. Like I always say, I ain't going to force the people outside the county to do the right thing. I'm not saying I want to pacify you. I'm not saying I want to mollify you. I'm not saying I'm going to placate you. I'm not saying I'm going to propitiate. I say I'm going to force you to do the right thing. That's what I'm going to do. You will be forced to do the moral thing, to do that which is right and good, or that which is good and right. You will be forced. You'll be coerced to do so. Because it is not right for you to be enjoying. And wow, your brothers and sisters for whom the organization was established to be wallowing in poverty. And you said that is okay. I'm speaking about it and say, oh, you the trouble. Yeah, I want to be the troublemaker in that sense. I accept it. Gene Yonte accept that label. We will insist that you do the right thing. The law will prevail. And so now we are looking at the chronology here. Let me show you. I'm not going to give you a holistic chronology. I'm giving you a partial chronology. Things that have been happening in the union that led us to where we are today. That led us to where we are. All right? Like I told you before, Green GELEO was elected 2017 Durham, North Carolina on white ballot, using the legacy of President Obaku Yuma. Okay, he was the vice president of Obaku Yuma. This man right here, wonderful president. He's the man that took over after the 7 years division. Obaku took over and beat Honorable KULEE. And so Greene was the vice president to him. But like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf or like Joseph Boyka on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, this guy was a race car parked in the garage. He wasn't doing anything. When Obaku calls in for consultation, he will say, whatever you come out with, I'll go with anything. It was a race car parked in the garage. For 2 terms, Greene was doing nothing. He was Joseph Boyka of the Sapo community, sitting down. And so 2016, we went to Florida, and the issue of election came up because the next year was election. And so the next election was should come to Pennsylvania. And so Charles Croji came out. He said he wants to be the president of the union. Well, Green GELEO banned somebody who hates competition. The powers that be at the time, they say, you know, we do not want Charles Croji because he was part of the division at the time. He was leading the group in Pennsylvania. And Madam Kalejabwede FARLEY banned the illegitimate leader at the time. And so the organization was divided for 7 years. So the people say, you know, Charles Croji participated in the conflict. And therefore, they can't vote for me. And besides, if the convention or the election comes to Pennsylvania, Charles Croji is going to win because Pennsylvania is his base. And so the powers that be at the time, the very people that Greene is antagonizing right now, that Greene is against, that Greene sees as enemies, those forces, they put together and they use their influence. Powerful woman like Kalejabwede FARLEY, she said, no, the convention should go to North Carolina. We got people that, I don't have everybody pictures here, but Peasley, the Peasley Jar, the Mr. Usaa, I mean, the whole, the intellectuals of our community, they rally beyond Greene because they say, well, Greene was the vice president to Obaku, and but if I don't know that logic, I still try to figure out what people say that if somebody does well, the person next to you will do well. I mean, they don't have the same philosophy. Are two different people here. The fact that they are on the same ticket, it doesn't mean they will do the same thing. But anyway, the philosophy all the time was Obaku and Greene will follow the footsteps of Obaku. And it was already clear that Greene wasn't even working with Obaku. And so they forced him. They forced Greene on us in a sense. And they changed the venue. And Greene banned somebody who is anti-competition. He was happy. He said, you know what? A free ride for me. He didn't say, you know what? Let me test my prowess. Let me see whether the people actually love me. Let's go to Pennsylvania. Let me tell Charles Croji that I am stronger than him. I will have the best agenda for the union. So they went to North Carolina 2017, and Green GELEO came on white ballot. During that convention, according to the report from the national coordinator at the time, Mr. Peasley Jar, which I have in my email right now, I was reading it before I got here. We raised 31,100, according to the report. 31,100. That's what we raised in North Carolina. Obaku turned over about, I got the report also, about 65,000 United States dollars. He didn't say, you know what, let me go through the elders, let me get the money to the elders, let me call some sort of group and get the money to them, and then the money will be kept. No. He went through the proper channels. The 31,000 100, the 65,000 that was in the account. He took Greene and his financial team to the bank and they did the transfer. No noise whatsoever. Because the man believes in order. He believes in the rules that will put the framework that will put in place. And so Greene, everything was turned over to Greene. When Greene got there now, Obaku was there for 2 terms. 1 term, every time Greene wants to go to Duluth in Minnesota, or he wants to leave Brooklyn Park to go to Brooklyn Center, he will say, I want presidential allowance. The guy wants to leave his house to go to SHEKPEH house, he say, I want presidential allowance. He wants to go to Johnson house, he say, presidential allowance. Everything is presidential allowance. The guy cannot do nothing for us free. We have to pay for everything that Greene does in the union. And so presidential allowance, you come, honey, my woman, Mariah Gio, right now you have won yourself 5-star hotel to the next convention. My presidential allowance is coming. And so in less than 3 years in power, the guy was carrying our account down, 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 and down without doing something for the affected, for the people, the beneficiaries. Nothing. Nothing the guy did for us. And that's why the guy took over and the revolution started. The revolution started again. Don't listen to the board of directors. Don't listen to the elders. Everything should be in Minnesota. Yes, that's it. Minnesota is the United Sapwood Association, an organization that has 6 chapters. Everything is big. The vice president is, with the exception of the vice president, but the security advisor, he created all the weird positions just so he can make himself, grand. Man is just eager for power. So national coordinator, financial secretary, treasurer, chair lady, everybody from Minnesota. Got carried into Minnesota. And so the goal for doing that is just when he wants anything so he can get it easily. Because once you get a majority of the people around him and they get the same mindset of corruption, they can do anything easily. And so Green you established United Sapwood Association in Minnesota. The thing that when Obaku was there, he used to move from state to state, having fundraisers. Not a day Green did that. Not a day. The $65,000 the man turned over plus the $31,100. How much is that? Do the math. That's a lot of money. Nothing was done but one next quarter, $30,000. That was it. And so the people start pressing Green for one next quarter that hasn't added value to our population in SINOE. Nothing that building is doing for our people. It is just there as I call it geographical decoration. It's decorating the land. Oh yeah, Green build us. But our children, they gave the scholarship to him. He said, no, I'm not doing it. No. I got 12 people I'm watching right now. But the games will approve first scholarship. They say the 12 students, the man said, I would reduce it to 6. The 6, he still not didn't implement that. I'm giving you the chronology of the corruption in the union. It started from the leadership structure. It came to financial corruption. It went to programmatic corruption everywhere. The guy is just everywhere with the corruption. Right? So now let me show you some communications between Green and the board of directors to see how we got here. All right. Let me show you some communication. Not in specific order, but let me just show you some things. We don't speak to things. We don't make the man to be a boogeyman without evidence. So let's say, for example, no, that's the complaint. I don't want that complaint. Let's see here. Let's see. That's not what I want. All right, take for example this right here. The board of director, okay, over here. That communication was sent October. That's elder of the board of directors. They're replying to the elders' communication, right? You got to understand the elders intervene when both Green start listening to the people. So they said it was Tuesday, October 6, 2020 at 12:24 p.m. It was on East Subway. All right. Reverend John Blah, he's elder, the head for the elders. concerned elders of the Zapo community in the Americas, dear Reverend Glah, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the United Zapo Association, I would like to inform you that after a careful review of your recommendations to the directors and the executive committee of USAA, designed to help move USA forward, the directors have resolved to accept and support the recommendations. Thank you very much for your time and efforts. May God continue to bless you with wisdom. Sincerely, it's Sabwe. Okay? That's what Mr. Sabwe wrote. I'm giving you the chronology of the rebellion. This, so what you just read just now, it was not a rebellion against the elders. The board of directors, they say, okay, elder, per your recommendation, after reading it carefully, we agree with you. We want unity in the union. All right? Now, let's see what Mr. GELEO said. Mr. GELEO came and said here, dear elders, or dear elder group. Okay, let me show you something here. Very important. The elders' communication was sent several months before. So October 6th, that's when the elders, the board replied. Greene did not reply to the elders until next year. It was in 2020 when the communication was sent to Greene. Greene did not apply or reply to the elders until January 23rd, 2021. The guy does not care, no respect whatsoever. So he said, listen, you call the time frame himself when the letter was sent to him. He said, dear elder group or elder group team, this communication serves as a response to the recommendations enshrined in your report dated September 12, 2020. Okay? September 12, 2020, that's when the elders they wrote Greene GELEO or the board of directors. Greene did not reply until January 23rd, 2021. You see the rebellion? Okay? I'm giving the chronology of the disrespect, the corruption, and the rebellion in the union. So going on to say, we want to sincerely thank you for the role you have played thus far for mediating between the executive officers and members of the board of directors to ensure consistency in our union or in our noble union. Having thoroughly perused your revised recommendation, we are pleased to make the following modifications / determinations. Okay? You got to understand the board said they agree with the elders. Greene is now coming and saying he is outside the scope of the Constitution, but he is making modification and determination. He wants to tell the people what they should do. Now that Greene is the one that negotiating right now. Now it's not the elders. That Greene is the one, the chairman for the negotiating team. He said, now I'm going to tell you that I'm making determination. I will tell you what we're supposed to do. I'm not listening to your recommendations. Okay? Again, I'm giving you the chronology. How did TNA happen in the union? The rebellion and the disrespect and the corruption that we have found on it. Okay? So Greene went on to say, you're going to get all the determination now. Having started to peruse your revised recommendations, we are pleased to make the following modifications / determinations. One, that we agree that the executive officers and the board of directors remain empowered and work together until general elections are held, pending the eradication and resolution of the coronavirus. Greene said we should stay in power until the coronavirus finish. All right? And the people are saying the coronavirus here to stay. The guy does not want to leave power. He said, let the board of directors and the executive that will remain in power until forever. In other words, forever and ever. The flu, just they say the same way the flu looks. That's how the coronavirus. But Greene say, you know what? We want to stay in power until that kingdom come. That's why he tell Elder that one modification he's making right now. The people say go to election in Florida and they give you other records. The man said, no, we want to stay on forever. The man does not like election. He does not like competition. So Greene went on to say, all right. Number two, that with the confidence and assurance accorded us, the executive and the board of directors work together seamlessly. We humbly propose, okay, the man proposing that you, the others, do not form part of the working/guidelines drafting committee. we will form a working or / joint committee that will effectively work on the guidelines. We will certainly beseech your views when deemed necessary. So in other words, what Greene is saying, because the elder said your former committee and one elder should be at least part of that guidelines drafting committee. Greene said, no, we don't want the elders in it. We don't want you. When we need you, when we get commotion, when we start fighting again with the board of directors, then we get, it's like you have a soccer team. People, two sides playing, right? And Greene and the referee is in the middle. The elders said that the referee, they're telling the both sides when the other person play for, I said, no. Don't. So now they will get yellow card or they will get red card. Greene said, you know what? Let's play the game, no referee. Let's play. Then the referee be out. So he said, no, elders stay out. When we have problem, when we are choked, then we can't call you. So just stay out of the whole thing. The board of directors and the executive will do it. Meanwhile, the guy refused to work with the board. But he said, I'll work with the people. Elders stay out. I'm giving the chronology how we got here. The corruption and the rebellion in the union. Greene went on to say, number 3, that the initial projects agreed upon by the assembly prior to the stalemate due to the COVID-19 pandemic, deaths in our community, and other unrestrained situations being implemented by the executive and board of directors. Okay, the elder were clear. After the next quarter, nothing else. Greene said, no, we must do everything else, even though we don't agree on anything else besides the next quarter. It's hot. So Greene said, no, I want, you know what, we'll do everything. Everything else, what the elders are saying, don't make sense. All the things I will agree upon, even though it's fictitious, nothing else was agreed upon. Greene said, everything I wasn't agreed upon, we implement everything. And the people say, put on guidelines. Like he talked about death and all of that in the community, write the board, wrote in specific. They say, put on policy that will be using, because he wanted to do, the guy can do, he has the right idea, but he implements the right idea with wrong methodology. The idea of helping majority shareholder was a good idea, but the way he went about taking the money was wrong. So good idea, wrong methodology. Okay, so the people say to avoid all of that, the board said to avoid all of that, let's put a unit that put a guideline saying you the executive that your job. Put out a guideline that will go by, send it to all, we approve it. Then when somebody say we know what to do. All right, and those things, when somebody graduates, we know what to do. Greene said, no, I'm not doing all of that. Okay. Greene went on to say that the number 4, that we will implement all other impending projects that are culturally appropriate for the betterment of our community and its people. They posted no other project until we get to election and new leadership elected before we take on. Greene said, no, I'm not listening to it. It's a rebellion I'm talking about. You know, we'll do everything. Even though his time is off in office. Number 5, that a financial report has been submitted after almost a year. They asked the guy over and over to make financial report after almost 1 year before, and the Constitution says quarterly financial report. So about what, 4 months or so? They make him wait until 1 year before he can make financial report. They will talk, and then when they made a report, when issue questions come out, they ask him, he's vexed, he's angry. The people don't like him. So I'm giving the chronology what we got here today. All right, so let's look at the other communication here. All right, so here Greene wrote, dear Mr. Sabwe, he wants money. It's all about money. Greene wants money 24/7 from the covers. I told you the man, you want presidential allowance when you leave in your house to George in your house, and then where he going, he wants money. Greene, Kalejabele and Mr. Obaku, they used to spend their own money and travel all over the place. Greene wants the organization is non-for-profit organization. Greene wants the people to pay everything that he does. What is your contribution? What is your contribution to the organization when you want the people to pay you for everything that you do? So Greene wrote here, dear Mr. Issa Sabwe, or Mr. Sabwe, dear Chairman Sabwe, please find attached the voucher for your perusal and timely approval to facilitate our travel for the delegatory ceremony of the newly erected Nessus Quarter in Bitter Creek Johnson District, SINOE County, Liberia. The event will officially kick off on Saturday, March 20, 2021 at 3 p.m. This will be followed by an indoor discourse at the administration building, where officials of USAA, county leaders, sectional heads, and stakeholders of SINOE County will brainstorm the next course of infrastructural and other relevant developments. Thanks for your perusal, for your usual kind cooperation and understanding in this premise. Sincerely yours, he put over there, GELEO. Okay. When Green sent the communication, the first one I just read, Adam made a recommendation already. Everything should be put on hold until we go to convention. And new leadership is elected. And in the middle of all of that, Green said, no, I still won't go to Liberia. Meanwhile, he is on Facebook and saying, I'm not taking anybody to the convention because of COVID. He turns around and says, you know what, I won't go to Liberia to go dance. So he sent out communication to the board, right? And this is the board reply. Let me get you the board reply here. The board's reply. Mr. GELEO, in receipt of the communication, I would like for you to take this voucher back until we have a conversation about the status of the organization. We are going through a process of transition that the elders are serving as mediators. As such, we should pay attention to the process. Thanks. Usaa Sabwe, chairman of the board of directors. That's the communication. That's a reply from Usaa Sabwe, who was the chairman by then. And here's the voucher he sent. That's a detail over the $7,326.28. He sends that to the board of directors. And that's how Mr. Sabwe, who was the chairman of the board, he will reply. Against the advice of the board, Green said, you know what, to hell with all those guys. The guys said went in the account and took the money. Okay? I am giving you the chronology, how we got to, I'm cutting it short. It's a whole long list of things that I can give you. Okay? The guy went, let me show you another one here. Okay, that's the communication. So this one here is from, you can see here at the top, GELEO. It was a communication sent to the board of directors. Sent Saturday, January 16, 2021, 4:01. Okay, you see over everything over there. Subject, Nessun Quarter dedication voucher. When you send this, all right. The guys have been arguing and saying, you know what? When the board sent, when the executive sent the voucher to the board, they didn't reply within the constitutional allowed time frame. It's a lie. The voucher was sent the same day. You see the day, Saturday, on the 16th at 4 p.m. All right. Let's see when Mr. Usaa Sabwe replied. Let's see when he replied to that. Let me see. Again, I got a bunch of communications here. I'll show you. All right. So it's the same day, right? This is Mr. Sabwe's reply to Green. He sent a 4:01. Usaa replied 4:56. The same time, the same day. All right. Saturday, January 16, 2021. He replied the same day, the same time. Green and the guys on Facebook, and they say, oh, the man did not reply in 2 weeks. And the Constitution said after 2 weeks, you can take the money. It's a lie. These guys were just bent on corruption. And I'm here to expose them. I will expose them. Nobody going to bring corruption in the union and go free. No. And so that's part of the corruption that Green been on. All right. That's the others. There's another communication that was sent by Green on Thursday, July the 4th, 2019 at 11:39 a.m. in subject and saying disbursement. Okay, disbursement. Green wants money 24/7. Something wasn't approved, he wants it. He said in response, so this is said Mr. GELEO, national president. It was the board that responded now, right? In response to the communication sent to the national treasurer, because Green wrote the treasurer that the board approved 45,000 and the treasurer should say in the 45,000. And nothing to that effect was discussed. So he said, in response to the communication sent to the National Treasurer, Mr. Darius Moen, requesting disbursement is hereby denied for the following reasons. One, I did not, on behalf of the Board of Directors, authorize the request for the disbursement of fundings for the project. Two, your communication was received at 9:55 p.m. July 4th, 2019, at which time you have already communicated with the treasurer for the disbursement. Okay, the man told the treasurer before he sent the communication to the board. Note that the treasurer contacted me about your communication to him using my name without my knowledge hours before you send this communication to me. Three, the contract needs to be reviewed because of some errors within the contract that puts USA at risk. Four, the house plan for the building appears to be below standard. Five, we have to set up a working team of both members of the board of directors and the project team as discussed during the board meeting. Six, the rainy season is not construction friendly. Seven, roads to SINOE are very bad for now. Okay, so the man gave all these reasons. All right. While it is true we are interested in the implementation of projects, we need to be very careful with how we engage in project implementation. Thanks. So the $45,000, Dara did the right thing at the time and notified the board. All right. And that's how that $45,000 did not go in Green pocket. But this time around, the $90,000 Green Dara listened to Green and took $90,000. All right. So I am giving you the chronology how we got to 90,000. So that it's a part. I'm giving you the pattern. And how this corruption started. Gradually, every time Green wants to do something clandestine, the board will say they will correct him and he doesn't like it. And so the revolution now, it got full blown. The guy said, you know what? We are no longer listening to the board of directors. We are doing our own thing now. And so how do we go about it? Well, let's just go in the account and take money anytime we want. So the first thing, let's abandon the scholarship project. So they abandoned the scholarship. 12 students, and they say, you know what, we'll reduce it to 12. The 12 students did not get a scholarship. What they did with the money, we don't know. Okay? Green corruption continues. It continues. You say, you know what? Let me leave that one first. Okay, let me go in the account and take $2,000. It took the $2,000. What he did with it, we don't know. This is the $2,000 the boy instructed him to give it to Kalajabele. He ate that money. We don't know no accounting of that money today. All right. He went back over here. Let me see. He went back over here and took $2,500. All right, and give it to his family member. Okay, and that's how the corruption started going full circle. He sent Darius Moon and said, "What? Go take $50,000." He didn't get tired and say, "I want more, $40,000." You know, and they continue. It continues until we got to the $90,000. Okay, so the corruption is a pattern. It started from disobeying the elders. The elders were on the teleconference and begging this guy, and the guy said, "I'm not going to listen to you." All right. The same elders that Green disobeyed. The information coming to the speculation room of voices, I told you when it is speculation, it is factual. And the evidence that is lacking. And that's why we call it speculation. All right. Green, now the same people he disrespected, guess what you're doing right now? The elders, the same elders, the Mr. John Bland, the Mr. Usaa, the Mr. Arthur GELEO, Alfred Bordeaux Sr., Mr. Asa Jadia, and you can go down the line. The elders right now, they say, you know what? We don't trust all the elders. The guys, they are still bent on corruption, on confusion. All right. They say, you know what? We don't want Usaa. Usaa is compromised. We don't want John Blah. John Blah he's not honorable. We don't trust him. We don't want Asa Jadia. We don't want all the people that participate except Mr. Alfred Bordeaux Sr. and Mr. Arthur GELEO. That only two people we trust. Okay? And the people we want to intervene right now before we get the money. The same people were on this first committee that gave the recommendation. Mr. Bordeaux and Mr. Honorable Arthur GELEO, the two people were on the same elder committee. Green GELEO and people say they're not listening to the people. They're listening to them. Now, Green Court GELEO and team, now they are going to Mr. Bodwell and Mr. Arthur GELEO to be the mediator right now. Now, the people they want to get the money to. And I just told you when Green took over, when he took over the administration, Obaku did not say, you know what, let me go get the money to elders or let me call the youth group to get them the money. No. Green Court GELEO does not want to turn the money over to the next administration. He's still pussyfooting. He's still playing delay tactics. So he said, you know what, I want the 2 elders this time around. And the 2 elders, they intervened before, and Green disrespected them. I don't know what is different this time around. What they went through this time around, they changed their body, they changed their mind. I mean, what has changed? What has changed? Basically, the guys are doing this so they can go to the law. And I want to call on Honorable Arthur GELEO, Honorable after Bodwell Senior, Alfred Bodwell Senior. I want to call on you. The corruption within the United Support Association has to be abolished. So right now, when you intervene and you let Green and his group off the hook, you are fostering corruption. And that's why PLO said those of us who do not engage in corruption directly, we accommodate it. When you allow Green to bring the Boca deal to you and say, oh, hold the money, that not only the $90,000, the guy ate the other money before the $90,000 that he bring it to you. So we want Green to go through the proper channel. Green should call the Francis Clark Myers administration, the legitimate administration of the union, the same way Obaku they carry into the bank and transfer and did the transfer, did all the documentation. Green should do the same thing. We don't want to go through Mary or Jesus to get to the Father. No. Not Green and Francis don't have no issue yet. The misunderstanding is between Green Court GELEO and the board of directors. So he can take an issue with the board. Francis did not participate in anything yet. All Francis did was to give him $75,000 when she raised the convention, when she hosted a convention here. And that the money he doesn't want to turn over to the woman. The woman who raised the highest amount of money in the union, $75,000 in the history of the United States. No convention has generated such amount. The 2018 convention in Pennsylvania. That record is yet to be beaten. The woman that gave that money to Green said, you know what? I can turn money over to her. Imagine that. During the North Carolina Convention, according to the Constitution, the chapters are the supporting arms of the union. In keeping with that, the 2017 convention, the $31,100 that I told you about that will raise from there, the Delaware Valley chapter, being that Green Court GELEO administration is new, the one she shows support, and she said she consulted with the team, everybody, the board of directors, and then they approved it, and they gave $5,000 for the Green Court GELEO administration. They're not saying Green Pocket because he's the president, and the chapters are the supporting arms of the union. All right. So in keeping with that, the Minnesota chapter, I think they gave $7,000 or $6,000 to that effect, and the other chapters contributed. And that's how, with the Queen contest and something else, with fundraiser, they get into the how we raise that $31,100. Okay. The woman that did all this, Green said, you know what? I can't give money to her. No. I can give it to Francis Club. I will not turn it over. I will go through the elder so the elder can hold the money. They shouldn't put it in the bank. They should hold it. Until both sides, let me say my time because I don't know which constitution you're going by. But the General Assembly had decided in Florida, this going convention, that the executive should serve for 2 years, and then the board of directors should serve for 3 years because there were 3 and 4 before. The board 4 years, the executive 3 years. So they reduced it in Florida, 2 years for the executive and 3 years for the board. Green Court GELEO, I don't know why he's going by the court. He doesn't follow the Constitution, so we don't know. So Green is saying, you know what? Let me serve for 2 years and let Francis serve for 2 years or 1 year. And then after that, we'll go for election. I sit down and Francis sit down. And then when a new administration comes, then the elder can get the money to the new administration. You see, this is the bogus scheme the guy is on. He doesn't want to do the right thing. Your time is over. If you want to remain the president, you should come to Florida. When the people elect you will turn everything over to you. But you created your own fake store over there because you don't care for our finances. You send $4,000 to Florida. Time to go there, you say that's a slaughter hall. You're not going to Florida so that people can slaughter you. And so the white people should take the $4,000 and you establish another convention in Minnesota. You are not told the cost, how much they use for that convention. They know the guys, they don't respect finance. They don't care. They can just eat our money anytime. So we don't know how much they pay for the whole expenditure for that convention. No report. In fact, that convention, when the people meet according to the Constitution, the president got to make financial report. Green did not make financial report whatsoever. Nothing. That convention, that Green GELEO convention, no financial report, nothing. And you know the reason why? Because they were just stealing the money. They cannot account for it properly. So you say, no, we're not making financial report. See? And that's the man we have in the union. So I'm giving the chronology. So right now they are backing the elders to hold the money. And that's why the guys are on. And I'm calling the elders again. Do not take any deal brokered by Green GELEO. Let Green GELEO go to court. We are going to court. We are not going to do it the Konosai way anymore. We have tried the Konosai way for 1 year plus, and nothing came from out of it. It wasted our people time. We did not agree. We're giving $10,000 to feed our people, and he did not do it. We cannot allow the guy to still waste our time. No. Green got to go sit down. He got to go and sit down. We go to the law. Whatever the law says, that's it. We have to. So elders recommend to Green GELEO. I was told that he received a packet already. Our lawyer sent a packet already. Saying he does not want to turn over the $90,000, at least then we'll start making progress. You turn the $90,000 to the current administration, then maybe President Francis Clamayo can intervene and tell the boy, let's see what we can do, But he's still pussyfooting. He's still wasting time and doing all the tricks that they've been doing for years, for which our people have not gotten anything in Liberia. And they are suffering. Children no school. Malaria is killing people. We could do something about it. But Green rather want travel allowance. He wants sleep in 5-star hotel. At a convention in Minnesota, you were telling the owner of Golden Key Hotel and myself will strike a deal, and I'm not going to tell you. You see it? The guy is not transparent. I'm not going to tell you. You use our money, you go to Minnesota. What's that? You go to use our money, you go to Liberia and you say, oh, the deal between the owner of Golden Key Hotel and myself. I can't tell you guys. Okay? And that's the man that people are calling president. All right? They are doing this. That's right. They are doing this. It's all games they are playing. All games. They don't want peace. That's right. They're playing games. They don't want peace. They don't want to continue their confusion so that we can do something for our people. I told you what bad people do. They get tactics. Bad people, they devise strategy or strategies, if you want. And one of the tactics bad people employ is exactly what Green is doing here. You delay, you create confusion, and the purpose of that organization or whatever group is, the purpose is put on hold. And the direct beneficiary of that tactic is the people. And so the people have been victimized. Everything we're doing here is not Francis Myers, it's not Green GELEO, it's not SAYWON. The people in Sino County, WIAH'S alone just sent $2,000 worth of medications. Imagine the $90,000 Green put in your pocket, the $10,000 that Green put in your pocket, the $2,500 that you put in your pocket, the $2,000 that you need to give to college but you put in your pocket. Imagine what would have done with that money. You put the money in your pocket. And you say you bring in revolution. So this is the revolution of corruption. The exacerbation of corruption. That's it. That's the revolution Green GELEO brought. The revolution of dividing a united organization. An organization that he received in whole. There's a revolution of dividing the organization. That's the revolution Green GELEO brought in the year. It's not the revolution of education and empowerment of our people. It's not revolution of providing electricity to our people. It's not revolution of providing safe drinking water, building schools, libraries, putting books over there. That's not a revolution. Revolution is confusion. That's it. Making unilateral decisions. Declaring convention when he does not have the power. That's the revolution that Green Code you brought in our union. Every night I'm sleeping, when I say in my living room, I cry. Why did we get a guy as a leader who has put our people, who has helped to prolong poverty, to prolong the lack of education to our people? Why? Imagine the time we took just 1 year plus just negotiating with Green alone. Everything should be about him. It's not about the people. It's sad. And people of SINOE County, we want to insist we're going to be on there until, if you get tired of me, I'm saying the same thing, that your business. I am not going to leave it. And that's what great leaders do. And so when you listen to the young man, Julius Malema, for example, we want our land. We want our land. We want the land to be divided. And so that's a message. When you are a leader, you are inconsistent. You are not a leader. You flip-flop every day. You say different thing tomorrow. The next day you say different thing. No. You are here. If you listen to Dr. King, you talk about triple evil, racism, materialism, militarism, and those things. Those three things he says consistently as a leader. That's why leaders are not people that I would say, if you say it today and you forget about it and you say something, then you don't believe it. You are not convicted. I am convicted on the issue of corruption in SINOE County. I will free SINOE County. And that begins with the United States Association. Yes. The revolution is on. The real revolution that will see the salvation of our people is on. Me, I get a real one. That fake revolution that Green brought, and our people are suffering. And he goes there and drink mineral water in your hand, and the people that get no clean water to drink, and he calling himself sophisticated man, and our people are deprived education. They give you scholarship. You don't give it to them. Oh no. I am the real God. I am the real liberator of the people. And I didn't declare myself. I will declare the liberator of the people by our ancestors. They gave me the mandate to come and free our people, because the likes of Green, they are self-declared liberators. When you declare yourself the liberator, you are not the real person. Somebody must give you the message and carry it to the people. So the elders, the wise ones, the ancestors, they gave me the authority. They said, that's SAYWON. For too long, we are minute. We are very small in SINOE County. But we can be powerful when we get the requisite education. When we get the socio-economic power, people will respect us. The same way Israel is respected in the world as a small nation, but because they educated their people, and so people in America favor them. So that's the philosophy. The elders say, well, let's empower our people, and then the likes of Green Code, they're holding our people progress backwards. And they don't want to get money to Francis, so Francis can do something for our people. Oh no, I'm not going to be quiet. Call me whatever you want to call me. I'm okay with that. So that's the chronology in review. It's succinct. It's brief. I'm not giving it holistically. That's what we got. That what got the corruption of Green Code, the rebellion. That what got us to where we are today. And I will make sure to put an end to it. The corruption that Green started, the cancer that Green started, it has metastasized. It has proliferated everywhere. And so right now you have his vice president. His vice president, I don't say Francis vice president. I said Green Code GELEO vice president Dave KULEE, the man he selected in Minnesota at his convention. Vice president is corrupt. Let me do a roll call here. Let me call the corrupt people on the Voice of SINOE, on the biggest SINOE related platform. This platform that is here for liberation. Let me call now. I'm a little begin. Felix can do roll call, right? Now I'm coming to do real roll call. You call that SAYWON tiny. I don't know what begin. Now let me do the real roll call. Ladies and gentlemen, with the power vested in me, I have the distinguished opportunity right now to invite the corrupt people in the United Sapota Association in Americas. Number one, that's GREENE GELEO. He is the Ayatollah of corruption in the United Sapota Association in Americas. Number two, and get by the way, he is the president for the GREENE GELEO Association. He's the president of the corrupt people. Number two, his vice president, Dave KULEE. This is the vice president. He is also corrupt. The man just took 45,900 small business loan in the name of the United Sapota Association in America without telling anybody. Man, it's corrupt. So vice president, president corrupt, vice president corrupt. We are doing roll call right now. Number three, financial secretary, JABASON. JABASON is also corrupt. Why? Of all the corruption that JABASON has been seeing, the 45,900 from Dave KULEE, the $2,500, 2,007 something, 4,000, whatever, all the money JABASON has done disavow any of these things. He has not spoken against it. He is, oh, I don't know about this. He is complicit in the crime, and that's why he's not speaking. The mayor is also part of that. Also part of the corruption cabal is the treasurer of GREENE GELEO Association. This guy on the screen is the secretary for GREENE, financial secretary. The main man who took the 90,000 who consistently goes in the account is Darius Moore. Okay. Now the roll call. These four people, the top four persons in the GREENE administration, they all corrupt. All four. President corrupt, vice president corrupt, financial secretary corrupt, treasurer corrupt. Imagine that. And PLO is right again. Those of us that do not directly engage in corruption, we accommodate it. And that's it. You see, the guy is clear, the guys are corrupt. And you are pressing them. You are vilifying that SAYWON, but you are pressing these corrupt people. How could you do that? And you want Africa to change? You want Sino County to change? You want the Sapo land to change? No, that's not the way forward. That's not how you change the condition of our people. You speak. You carry the people to justice. You impugn them. You chastise them. You malign them, accordingly. They are not good people. You don't praise them. You don't. And so you are afraid, I'm here. You will live forever. You will turn to human rock, whatever that is. You will live and live and live. For me, the little time I'm here for, I will make practical use. I don't say theoretical. I say practical. I will make practical use of it. And again, like I said already, when I'm coming, when they roll somewhere, they will start running. Because they said the wise, the representative of the ancestors, the progenitor, representative is here. The great man is coming. The Mara Gandhi son is here. I'm not here to come praise all those corrupt people around here. And I mean, how could you be this paranoid? You see, I respect James Jonte among all of our peers because he has this testicular fortitude to speak against that which is bad. But a lot of people are scared. Me, I don't want my leaders. I don't want the people to say, I desire. Look at you. You are not a leader. You have the courage. You have to be a man. You're a man or a woman for a reason. You're scared. All day people hear your money and say, oh, I thought you I said, Chiapon. I'm a chair. There I'm not. I'm a chair until Green Jemu. Until Dave KULEE Jemu. Until JABASON Jemu. Until Dara Jemu. I'm I say, I know I voodoo. But the ancestors are supporting me. So how you living there? Somebody who got the support of the ancestors. The elders, they are behind me. The men, the women. Only the few Korokabor elements in the Korokabor in Minnesota are supporting those people. They are against Dr. Yopo. Now let's go to something else. Let's go to something else here. Let's go to something. Now let's give you some revelation. Top officials. Maybe I should I mean, it's a speculation, but we can make that speculation breaking news. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to VOSD SINOE in the diaspora with SARYORPODEH ESOTERIC. Now, again, when I said speculation, I'm not giving you rumor, okay? Rumors different from speculation in the context of VOSD. Okay, baby? Yeah. In the context of VOSD, when we say speculation, we are telling you something that is true, all right? But only thing we're missing is the corroborating evidence. Something to back it up. But what we have right now, about to tell you, I'm talking about officials of the Iowa chapter. So it's the top officials of the USAA Iowa chapter threatened to resign while President Dave KULEE refused to step aside in a wake of $45,000 corruption scandal. All right. So again, we are not going to. I told you, SARYORPODEH, I'm in Pennsylvania, but I'm all over the place. So I use that B word, ubiquitous, omnipresent, okay? I'm omnipresent. I'm all over the place. People say that God is all over the place, but me, the God. The God of Sino County, the God of Africa. I'm ubiquitous. I'm all over the place. So the thing, I'm only here to my player. I don't see what's going on in the other place. When they could talk, so now I can be read there, so you can know. So, but anyway, who spoke with the officials. I'm talking about the top echelon. I'm not talking about connoisseur people that are actually running the chapter. I say one person, I say people. All right, we talk about several persons around Dave KULEE, with the exception of Dave KULEE, and we call him, he didn't pick up a phone, so we don't bother him. But all the people around him, we talk to, and then they say that maybe today they're having a meeting. Before that meeting ends, you have a breaking news. Hopefully, I'll be on before that meeting be over. But the vice president, the treasurer, those are the two people they told me that threatened to resign right now. Because the people are so angry to the point they say, why is it that Dave KULEE stole their money and Dave KULEE does not want to leave power? Dave KULEE said the bogus argument Dave KULEE proffered. All his supporters are saying, they say he was inaugurated. His inauguration is not over yet. So the vice president Abel cannot stay power. That's number one reason. So I said, what kind of logic is that? You said the mayor is the vice president for the National Administration for Green GELEO Association. All right? He said he's the vice president. Francois Meyer was the president of the Delaware Valley chapter. He was made the national president, and she's still the president of the Delaware Valley chapter. Whether she was inaugurated or not, Mr. Toba takes over. Mr. Toba now is the vice president or the president of the Delaware Valley chapter. By virtue of the fact that Madam Francois Myers was elevated to the national level. So if we elevate Dave KULEE to Green GELEO Corruption Association in Minnesota, why you don't want that young man to take over? And the funny part here, good point. He wasn't even elected. That's right. He wasn't elected, and the man said, "Oh, I have to be inaugurated before I turn over power." You are an interim administration. You are interim man. So leave the same way you get corruption right now. When they investigate that corruption, when you're clear, you come to your position if you wanted to. If you want to be in two positions at the same time, one of the people allow you, that's another thing. But it's not even allowed. You can't be president for the Corruption Association or Green GELEO, and you won't be president for the local chapter at the same time. So Dave KULEE refuse to leave power. The African men, the African leaders, they don't want to leave power. Even if it is clear that they are not the right people or white person to be in power. They insist. Dave KULEE right now insisting. He called a meeting today. The people calling the other time for the meeting. He explained all type of weird thing. The money that we put in the account is not for the United States Association and for him. The $1 million question everybody was asking, okay, if it is not for the United Sapole Association, the 45,900, why did you put it in the United Sapole Association account? That's the question they were asking Dave Kuli. He couldn't answer that question. Okay, we agree the money is for us, but why did you put it in your account? Were you trying to incriminate us? Is that what you want to make us be the bad person and you eat the money? So they're asking Dave Kuli. Dave Kuli can. Now, number two. That number one there, right? Number two, we are giving you what is going on in our chapter, right? We'll give you some update. What's going on in Florida, in Iowa chapter right now. So, number two, besides not leaving power, what Dave Kuli and his team, the guys are supporting, the Letier Cleon and other people are supporting what they're doing right now. They say when the reason why they don't want to turn power over to the vice president, let me show you right here, his image right here. I think I got an image. Abel. The reason they don't want to turn power over to Abel is because they say the fear is when Abel, because they say Abel on two sides. So when Abel is giving the authority of the chapter, he will turn the chapter over to Philadelphia. So I'm like, what? So they said they're afraid they should remain there so they can keep the chapter for GREENE. Because when Abel gets there, when he takes power officially, he will take the chapter to Philadelphia. So I said, well, is that we have Philadelphia for Minnesota here? No, we don't have no such thing in the union. The argument here is the guys are trying to run propaganda and put it as though it's Philadelphia versus Minnesota. No. It's GREENE versus the board of directors. No. That's the argument that's going on here. The corruption of GREENE the board don't want to condone that. So they say, no, we can't allow the guys to do this. And they stood up, and GREENE doesn't like it. So that division is, what they do is they pull things that don't belong inside the area. So the men start putting all the Philadelphia versus Minnesota, no. So in other words, what they are saying, they don't want Abel Morris to bring the Iowa chapter under the national administration of the USA. It should be under the Corruption Association of GREENE. That's what they want. So they keep it under Dave Kuli should remain the president. That's what they are saying. That's the argument they're making. And that argument is weak. It is a weak argument. Let me see your call coming in here. Hello, who's this?
This is Jara.
Oh, Jara, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to Voice of SINOE.
Thank you for the show.
You're welcome.
One thing I gotta say, first thing here is, we will go to court. We'll go to court with St. Green. We're not even gonna listen. Now it's our time now to not to listen to nobody. We'll go to court, send the guy a lawyer, the guy, whatever the thing they got. With all of them who can't be behind him. We're on Facebook and talking nonsense. Then we all go to court. We don't need to calm down. Let me go to court. When the court say they can have the money, they can have the money. We are still living. We got about 3/4 chapter. They got only 1.5. Where do you think they're going to get the money from? The only thing they know how to do it to steal. GREENE, the only president in the Sabo community that ate $40,000 cash from the Sabo people. $40,000. It's still in his color. It's still in his face. Okay, they're still the same. So there's no reason. Let they can get money to Mr. Border, whoever they choose. First of all, these people they don't have no right to choose anybody who they want to talk to. If they don't ready to talk, they shouldn't talk. They shouldn't choose which one of the error they want to talk to. Who are them? They are nobody. So if whoever they think is they're not going to talk to the other error, they want to talk to the one here, then we don't need to waste time. They receive their package and let we all meet at the court door. Send the guy, these people who don't even understand themselves in Minnesota here, they are confused. It's like they are confused here. In the interior, when you cut chicken here, they be jumping from up and down. They didn't know where to go. And that's how they look in here because some of them, they are confused. They didn't even know what the English the people speaking. If you understand the English, ask the people to bring the English down. GREENE will be talking nonsense. He call it English. That the thing that going on real into the board, they don't ask questions. GREENE will bring the lies. Like the videos I made for my mom the last time, she never even understand. But when I break it down, she said, "Why it isn't supposed to be that way?" So for them to sit in Minnesota here and do their own research and ask questions, they don't do, and that's the reason I've been calling their names. Because you ask questions. If you think this guy is a good leader, why is it that this money, like the people talking about, why don't he come to your explain what did he do with this money? The $10,000 that was given, what did he do with it? Or because they are all naive, they are all, I don't know, some of them say they went to school, but they were over there getting pregnant and pregnancy, children, and all of things. They say they went to school. They don't ask questions. All of them. Look when you look at them. Every one of them, now one single person you are seeing behind green GELEO that don't have alcohol in the hand. So everything that comes from the people's mouth, they are drunk. Every one of them, they are drunk. There's nothing good come out of them. $10,000 were given for our people to sell food back there, where people were dying. They never did green GELEO $10,000. The $2,000 also given to college. Ask yourself, as a leader, if you somebody leading you, ask the person, say, okay, my brother, I understand you are our president. If you were accusing you about this money here, what did you do with the money? Did you really eat the money? And if you eat it, let's see. When you took it from the account, when did you pull it? Who took it? And when did you take it? Let's see the bank account statement. Let's see the statement that they say you take money. Let them see it for themselves. But they are blind self, like I said, David, where the old people there who will be asking those kind of questions, they are sitting there swallowing for nothing, domos and things, eating palm all the time without asking all these questions. So for them, for me, let them forget the money business. They can keep the money. Since they don't have common sense, we are not suing them because they are beautiful or because they think they got money. No, we are suing them because they went to the account and take the money. So since they don't have common sense to put the money back in the account and say, oh, it's because the people money that we took from the account. That's why they take you out to court. So let us put the money back. And then whatever the thing, then we can be able to settle. We're not suing them because of what? No, we are suing them because they take our money and they take our name. So that's the reason. Send they say they got PhD like Slurry, who stole the people master degree from Europe. Somebody dropped a master degree somewhere. He went and picked it up and put a knee on it. He got it, so he got master degree. Then he come back. He came here, then he baking somebody who graduated from high school correctly. Chocolate, who do it, he beating chocolate to help you. Then Mr. Division, who say he get master degree. The people not missing green video because you're seeing people chicken, he came here, he quite say evangelic. Those are the people that they got. Every time you see them, they dreamy. So that for me, we need to take them to court. Nobody, all the error need to fold their hand. When they come to their door, they close their door. Let we go to the court. If the court say we wrong, they can have the money. If we right, they will go to jail and they will pay their money back. That's all I gotta say. And let me before I finish from here. Miss where he need Queer Sion. Who writing? Is he blind? He's not living in Minnesota here, but he's your son. He's not living here. Who that he see that somebody pay that the people pay to call somebody man or somebody wife. So any leader pay somebody to call somebody. For me, I'm the causer. He shouldn't go nowhere. He know me. I live here. He must live in the same city. He shouldn't look for a slide that he know he has never seen before. But he's your son. And he's Gene Yonte. So don't go looking for somebody. Say Gene Yonte. I don't want to cause people. You never see Madison causing anybody. So if you want to go on Madison show, you red team down, come so and red team them. Don't go attack people that you know you used to be attacking. That means you will attack. Gene Yonte, Jala. That means you will attack. I'm telling you because you're watching, you're wrestling them.
Yeah, I'll respond to him later. All right, thank you. All right, that's a soldier against corruption. Yeah, a man that fought the corruption in Minnesota and started bringing it to light. You know, I mean, Robert Tuberto, he could take the people money in Minnesota where James Yonte is living and go eat the poor money and go free. The man blew that thing and wrote a whole nice communication to the board. But now, so I was talking about the Iowa chapter, right? So what is unfolding right now as we speak? It's not easy over there, especially with the vice president. The vice president is on a serious attack by agreeing, like I said, Dave KULEE and his supporters, you know, for doing the right thing. The man is asking the tough questions, the uncomfortable question, are the question that Abel is asking, and they say, you know what? I was told, they said, because the guy think I'm not in Iowa. I'm right there. I'm in Minnesota. I'm in Pennsylvania, but I'm right there in Iowa. I'm right there in Minnesota. I'm right there in North Dakota. I'm everywhere. Even in San Diego County, I'm right there. Everything is in my palm. So They are telling Abel Morris that they shouldn't give him a position, and let the corrupt man remain in power, Dave KULEE. Let the man remain there, because when they get a position, when Abel becomes the president of that chapter, the chapter will come under the national administration. They don't want that. They want Dave KULEE to maintain it, so he can go to Green Code GELEO. And so now even the treasurer is angry because of the corruption that Dave KULEE carry on. The treasurer says she is resigning. Maybe she submitted a resignation letter today, who knows? Even the vice president was talking about resigning because of the demonization. And I was telling the people, my informant, I said, no, tell the vice president not to resign. You know, if good people stand by or run away, the evil ones will triumph. They will be in power. So we have to stay on with the good people to fight the bad forces. So he cannot run away. When you do that, you give the corrupt guy leverage. And so when Mr. Morris, the vice president of the Iowa chapter, is listening to me, you got to stay on board. Don't run away from evil. Let evil run away from you. Dave KULEE is an evil man who will use our organization to say 45,900. He's not a good man. He's an evil man, and don't make a man to terrorize you, because that's the purpose of evil people. They want to intimidate good people, and don't do that. You are Yambusion. They play. Boy Green, you don't play. Boy Dave KULEE play. The guys should run away. Make sure and get the people together. Amalgamize the forces over there, the members, the good ones. Make sure that Dave KULEE lead power. Dave KULEE should not allow you to run away. All right? Don't do that. Just stay on board. Don't give up. The race is not to the swift, but to him that endures to the end. That's what the Bible says. Not only to the end, but to the very, very end. You got to stay the course, Mr. Vice President. Don't make Dave KULEE to bully you. Don't make the guy to hector you into fear and resign. I will also appeal to the treasurer not to resign. You have forced Dave KULEE to resign. That's what you guys are supposed to do. You did not do anything wrong, so don't let the wrong man, the man that did wrong thing, to intimidate you and you run away. No, don't do that. Without you, Dave KULEE cannot run a chapter by himself. Make sure and get your friends so you can move from beyond Dave KULEE. If a client wants to remain behind, let him remain there. Let the good ones, all of you, the great men, all of the great men and women in a chapter, you'll do the right thing for yourselves and for future generation. What you do today, you are setting a record for yourself. When you set back for Dave KULEE to remain in power, people that will come before you is, oh, somebody will declare guilty or somebody stole the poor money and they did nothing and the man stayed in power. Make sure the board of directors of that chapter to make sure that Dave KULEE leaves. And Dave KULEE wants to maintain leadership in the organization, in the Sapo community. Let the man remain with the Green Code GEO Corruption Association. That's where he belongs, and not in our chapter. No, he can be our chapter leader. When you are corrupt, when you steal from the federal government, and you want to make out to look bad, you are not a business entity, and you go take the people business loan, and you don't want to leave power. You insist that Dave KULEE leaves. They got to leave. I insist, that's how you put away, impress upon you that Dave KULEE leaves. They got to leave. He can't stay there. He can't be Jacob Zuma if you're eating the poor money and say you're not living power. No, that Jacob Zuma of the Sapo community got to go. Dave KULEE is a Jacob Zuma. He stole money, he had corruption scandal, he can't stay on. He got to go. And you, Mr. Morris, you should be the Julia Malema to insist that the Jacob Zuma leave. The guy got to leave. Yes, he got to go. And you get my full support. Dave KULEE got to leave. All of you over there, call me if you need ideas, you need brainstorming how to get the corrupt man from your back. He got to go. Just the way that Green Code GEO got to go. Yes, he got to go. Just the way Green Code GEO got to go. Just the same way Dabasoen got to go. Just the same way Darius Moyo got to go. These guys don't belong in any organization with good record. They can only go in criminal organizations. That's where they belong because they are criminals. Oh, yes. I know this. Oh, the man like calling people nigger. I will say that. I am here to force you to do the right thing. That's what I'm here for. So when you get vexed, you want to be more corrupt, that's fine. It's up to you. But then you are exacerbating your condition. And so I will make you vexed to do the right thing. Because until you get vexed to the point where you steal more money, and then people, the prophet will count on you again. That's SAYWON will count on you again. Jala will count on you again. Maybe other people are planning to join us now to come public. All right, so that's the situation with the Iowa chapter. Now, I want to also bring in the vice president too. Vice President Edward Morris of Iowa, again, he's on a severe attack right now. They're attacking the guy for asking questions, for telling the people that, you know, it is not right to have the KULEE in power. It will make it making all of us to look bad. You know, it making all of us to look bad. And so the guys now, they KULEE, you know that evil people now, they're working. And the people then that believe in the Bible, God and Satan, they're working, they're fighting, you know. So their KULEE too is not giving up. He's saying you're doing everything. When you get the position to Abel Morris, Green Code Geo will only have Green Code Geo. That's only chapter you have. Green Code Geo will only have Green Code Geo, which is Minnesota. Few elements. Minnesota is not fully in control of Geo. There's a few people around him. You saw the Minnesota chapter where he broke down. 5 executive members resigned. So right now, what you call it, Casey Wale alone, he's doing everything. He's the vice president. He's this one. They say the pull out kangaroo. The people they didn't go for any election. So what you don't appoint financial secretary, you don't appoint secretary general, you don't appoint any position. They are elected positions. So I think that the only person that is legitimate in the Minnesota chapter is Casey Wale. And so the Minnesota chapter, because of the thing, all the great guys they left, you know. So I don't now they are putting themselves together, election coming up, so they can take Casey Wale from there, so they can bring that chapter under the union. So I don't want you to give the KULEE leverage in Iowa, so that they can be there for a little bit and giving support to Green Code you. You have to take the men from there, bring the chapter under the union. That's what we're supposed to do. It's the United Support Association. It's not Green Code Geo Corruption Association, no. So you can't take chapter on Green Code Geo. Bring it under the union. Our forefathers or mothers that established the organization, it wasn't for Green Code Geo that they established it. They established it for the United People of the Zappo community. That's a United People organization. It's not divided. So why you want to keep their KULEE there so that you can go carry on the divided people? Okay, so bring the man, you fight that man. I said, I'm using that word, fight. Don't give up. Don't punk out. You are not a pump, Abel. You're a soldier. You're a soldier. Don't make Dave KULEE to scare you away. You're a soldier. Dave KULEE is not any more support than you. You are entitled to that position because by virtue of being the vice president, since the president is compromised, you take charge. Until you go to ballot box. If you want to remain the president, if you don't want to remain the president, time for next election, you get out vote or you get out. But you being in charge right now. You go after Dave KULEE, take your name from the account and all of that. The man is not legitimate on him. He compromised his legitimacy already. He's not trustworthy. All right. So that's the issue of the vice president who is on an attack in Iowa. The man is on a serious attack right now. What you call it? And the allegation, they say the man is the one that furnished me with the information. I don't know when last I talked to Abel Morris. That the allegation, Abel Morris is the one that calling me and giving me information. Are they serious? I don't know what I Abel myself with friend on Facebook. I'm not too sure. Yes, and they say the people, they are just on smear campaign. They just go and lie and spoil people's name and stuff. I don't know when last I talked to Abel. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I talked to the brother. Yes. And the people say, oh, the man giving me information and da. No, Dave KULEE, I'm right with you in Iowa. All those guys that are accusing Abel Morris, no, I am right with you. When you're talking, I'm right there. I'm ubiquitous. I'm omnipresent. I'm everywhere. So you can't be accusing an innocent man. You can't do that. Stop accusing this guy falsely. All right. So I'm not going to allow this guy to intimidate you. Able, stay the course. Don't give up. All right, let's go to something else here. Let's go to something else. All right, this is something I want to bring. Dave KULEE Incorporator. While we are doing our research, it's something we just discovered. I don't know what I'm going to make it. Let me make it a breaking news here. Yeah, that's something new we discovered about Dave KULEE. We're doing the research. So welcome back to Voice of Sound with Esoteric. All right. Yeah, I will do that. I didn't forget. I will definitely answer that, brother. Dave KULEE Incorporator. I don't know in the meaning you just read out about I wrote that the way I saw it on his stuff. Dave KULEE Incorporator. Cha Future International Incorporated or Incorporation or Future of Cha Organization Incorporated. We are digging deeper to uncover the hidden things about Dave KULEE and Anthony Toer. Okay? Right. So Anthony Toer is the guy, if you look at his slip, the corruption slip of Dave KULEE, right? The bank statement, if you like. Anthony Toer's name is on the bank statement. And so we are trying to get at the bottom of this. Who is the Toer? What's the relationship between Anthony Toer and Dave KULEE? So if you look here, the man sent Zelle to Anthony Toer, all right? And sent $1,200 to the man, all right, on the bank statement. From the $45,000 he received in our account. Okay, so we have been doing an investigation. Who is the Anthony Toer man? And what is the relationship to Dave KULEE? Now, so we did our research, and it was discovered that Anthony Toer, first of all, he lives in Iowa. He is of the ethnic group, the Crown. Okay. And Anthony Toer was the guy who did the filing for Dave KULEE, the $45,000. You know, people do like when you want to do your taxes, right? You got to go to a tax preparer to prepare your taxes. So Anthony Toer understands this thing, he does them. So Dave KULEE went to Anthony Toer to file for the $45,900. And so the $1,200 that I just showed you on the slip on the bank statement was the service fee. The service fee for Anthony Toer. Okay? So you know the man, and when you do your taxes now, somebody gotta pay the tax preparer, right? So the man said, "Oh man, to do it, I'll charge you $1,200." So Dave KULEE said, "No, out of $45,000, damn it, I'm sacrificing. Let me call it says I figure not $45,900 out of that. I don't mind giving you $1,200." So Anthony Toer prepared the stuff for Dave KULEE. So those that said Dave KULEE smart, Dave KULEE said did not file for that. Okay, he did not file. It was Anthony Toer who did it for him. He went to Anthony Toer to file for the small business loan, the $45,900. So Mr. Evangelist James Carter, who said Dave KULEE is smart, Dave KULEE said did not apply for that. Somebody did it for him. Okay, so we got to make that clear. Now, we are digging further. We discovered that, I mean, I don't know whether it's a different Anthony Toer or it's the same guy, but the name, everything is just the same. We are doing research. And so this is what we got online after we conducted our research. We got something interesting online. And let me bring that into you. This right here, we did a search, And we find out there's something here called, is it Dave KULEE, right? It's the same guy, Dave KULEE Incorporator. That's why I put that Incorporator over there. And he got here Child Future International Incorporated. So the man got a non-for-profit organization under the name or something. Iowa Revised Domestic Non-Profit. Okay, all of that over here. And then the address over here. It's the same. I don't know. It's the same address or Dave KULEE. No, but 100 School Street, apartment 47, Des Moines, Iowa. Da. And then, okay, they say registrar agent, Anthony Toy. All right, Anthony Toy is the man that registered the organization. So I think he did it for Dave KULEE or him, Dave KULEE. They are doing some business or they have a non-for-profit organization together or something like that. So registrar agent, Anthony Toy. Filing date, January 4th, 2013. All right, file number 449155. All right, so we can see the information. So there is a link between Anthony Toy and Dave KULEE. Something is going on in Iowa that you guys don't know that we have to like, and that's what we are doing our research. So if you come on the other side, they say Dave KULEE Incorporator again, but the name here is different. So you got Child Future International Incorporated, and then on the side is the Future of the Child Organization. All right, so we don't know which is which. Iowa Revised Domestic Nonprofit. Okay, and then over here the address is different. 926 Oak Range Drive, apartment 606, Des Moines, Iowa. Registrar agent Anthony Toy. Okay, filing date December 17, 2019. File number 390546. So there's something in between this Anthony Toy man and Dave KULEE. They're doing something over there. You know, Dave KULEE and they man doing something that you don't know. They have some non-for-profit organization. Or if you let organizations, because the names are different, the other one is say Child Future International Incorporated, and the other one is say Future of the Child Organization. So Dave KULEE name at the top again, the same thing on the other side. So we are trying to, there's a relationship between the two guys. You know, it's something, but we are still digging deeper for you. I told you I'm everywhere. All right, so we are doing the research for you to get the information to you. That's what we are here for, because we want transparency and accountability in our union. People can't do fidgeting on our name. No, if you want to have your own organization, Dave KULEE and Anthony Toy, I think Anthony Toy got to come to voice the SINOE so that he can explain his past. You don't want to put yourself in this web of corruption of Dave KULEE. You don't want to do that. All right, so Anthony Toy and Dave KULEE, they have some organization or organizations, and they're doing stuff on our name. If you have your own organization, why you didn't deposit the money, the $45,900 in your organization's account? Why you brought it to the United States Association account? All right, so we want Dave KULEE to explain this thing, or Anthony Toy to explain what is going on. All right, so now let me look at some of the comments here that are trending, and then I will go to my last talking point for the day. Let me see some of the comments that are trending right now. I never saw your comments on SS shown to stop cursing female, though. So that's President Myers, I think, referring to Mr. Aloysius Quiasion. You know, another one, Aloysius said, we will get the proof, and we need to respect the same female we want to lead. All right. All right, let's see. Let me go further into that. I don't know what you're referring to. No one knows who paid Prophet Key. So you can't be pointing your fingers at someone without proof. All right, that's right. Madam President, the man cannot be falsely accusing people. Madam Clark, are you saying it is okay to pay to insult the same ladies you want to protect? Mr. Aloysius, I think in as much you wouldn't like anybody to point finger at you falsely, I don't think it's okay for you to do the same to others without the evidence. Again, on voice of sound, the difference between me and you guys is I got two rooms. Again, the speculation room, the information is true. And then when I brought it, when I bring the information here, the next thing I'm getting the evidence. So I cannot make an allegation against somebody without proof. All right. And that's why everything I do here, I produce the evidence and all of that. So you cannot point finger at somebody Without you, when that same thing is done to you, you will get angry. Because it's easy, especially I have the platform. I can come here for 1 week and propound that you did certain thing. And you know how people can believe things, just repeat it over and over. I can come here and repeat something over and over against it right now, and it will go through. So in as much you wouldn't be okay with that, I beseech you, brother, to refrain from doing that to other people. Don't do to other that which when it is done to you, you wouldn't like it. Okay? So let's go on here. Let me see some of the comments. Leaders will speak against wrongs. Who pay key to insult the Sapo ladies? All right, I think we'll speak more when you can bring the payment voucher or whatever the person, whatever Zelle, the way they could pay Anthony Toy, you know, when you can bring something that somebody pay Prophet Key, then of course you'll be taken seriously. But as of now, right now, you are just making yourself to do ridiculous. You know, that's what you're doing. You can't produce anything. Somebody pay Prophet Key. The information is online. The corruption. No, Prophet Key is a man who has his own mind. He's not a puppet. He's not a green code GEO, the green you're pushing around. Prophet Key is not one of those guys. I posted all the bank stealing, all the things that green code GEO been doing, everything online. And so why you think Prophet Key can get it from on my page and decide to cause by himself? Why would somebody instruct a groom man to cause somebody up? Who does that? Who is Prophet Key, that small boy, that somebody will tell to go curse somebody out? Myself, that video, the only part of that video I don't like the insulting of Darius's wife. I mean, I don't like it myself. Okay? But Green Code GEO cussing is fine. Cussing Darius is fine. All the people that stole our money, the cuss, I'm okay with that. Because they did not do something right. If they did something right and Prophet Key insult them or insults them, then it will bother me. But Darius' wife did not take the money. So she shouldn't have been insulted. You know, and myself, I don't like that part of it. But the rest of the guy, the day cooling, the way they describe it here, that's fine. You know, I have no issue with that. And so President Maya is one of the ladies in the union who has been speaking against people cussing females and all of that. Your president over there, Samuel Shekpeh, will insult people. He will not come public. But when Jean Jala got angry too when you were offended by Manakala Shekpeh, when he came Green Code GEO came public, oh, we condemn it. You wrote something, we condemn it. But when Samuel Shekpeh and other guys are doing it, it's okay. When Lisa Farley insulting the elders, no statement from Green Code GEO. But at the same elders you're going through right now to come and negotiate. Oh, yes. So you can't be on your watch and you're pointing finger at other people. Speak to Samuel Shekpeh first. Speak to like you call Lisa Farley, who is your board member. A board member who is on record insulting Elder John Blair. That's the person you got to address first. Those are the people you have to address. The Paul Lucala, those guys that are insulting people. Our elders. Those are the people. I am on record for defense. Also, even I apologize on behalf of Lisa Farley for insulting our elder. I did that. When the last time you condemned her action? You have not spoken, but then you are accusing people of giving Prophet Key information or paying money. Prophet Key know that somebody can pay money. I don't know the brother. I don't know when you guys, it's not right, brother, to make allegations against people falsely. It's not a good thing. It's not honorable. It doesn't give you integrity. You just honor man, you devalue yourself when you do this thing, you accuse people wrongly. And that's why I want you guys to mimic my culture of giving people evidence. Since I started, you see right now the man taking detour, right? Because I'm talking about the corruption of Green Code GEO, Darius are giving evidence. He can't address it, so now he try to take our attention from the main issue and say, oh, you pay somebody, you're bringing different allegation. Brother, allegation cannot save Green Code GEO. Alosha is my good friend. I like the brother. He's not like the other people. They're angry. So now he calls maybe on one Minnesota the other day. Maybe he didn't know that why he didn't nobody call and stuff like that. He's a nice guy. But I just thought so nice people do wrong things. You know, the guy is for what you call Allusions to John Green GELEO and his group. Comrade, that undermines your integrity. You get John Green GELEO, who was on fire for denying your people $10,000 full money. The man who refused to give Galajabone $2,000. The man who gave $2,500 without following the proper channel. The man who instructed Dario to take $90,000. So you are undermining, you have already compromised your integrity. You know, you have to defend that. You can make because on family basis and you support the wrong thing. You know Green is wrong. Green does not have the right to declare convention in Minnesota. And you say you're serving as secretary to convention committee. You undermine your own integrity already. Green knows the Constitution. The Constitution does not give Green the right to declare where convention should go. And you know that was wrong. But you want to be secretary for Green GELEO because of family connection. So when you guys, and that's why I'm talking about Africa, Liberia will not grow when we continue to support the wrong thing because we are friends with somebody, we are family. No, it is wrong. It's wrong. Whether that your family doing it or not. Let us do the right thing for once. Let us do the right thing for once. Tell your follower, Honorable, I know you gave birth to me, but I think I have my conscience. What Green GELEO is doing to our people is not right. The man cannot be asking for allowance 24/7. He can't be sleeping in 5-star hotel while our children, they don't have slipper to wear. We can't be supporting the guy all the time. I will say that the people are breaking on Facebook. They raised $6,000 for Green GELEO to go. $6,000 in that man's pocket to go to library is not enough. He has to go extra mile to take additional $7,000, $200 some more dollars in the account to add it to $6,000 to go to Liberia. And that's something that you are condoning? I'm saying? What's up with you, comrade? Don't make a family shit to compromise your morals. Don't do that. And that's why I want you guys to come to Voice of SINOE. So I will teach you the principle of morality, the principle of doing the right thing. The wise woman, Mama, when she is wrong, I'll bring her here, I will talk it. I will talk it. I will talk it. But Honorable Elder, as you say, Elder, because what you doing, honorable thing. Elder, what he's saying, Green GELEO insulted him, but he's still supporting Green GELEO. How did Green insult him? When he went to Liberia, Green said, anybody about sister-year-old, they're idea, they're all ideas people. And Mr. Sion is about 60 years. But he's still supporting Green GELEO corruption. Manager Sion knows that what Green GELEO is wrong. But upon Green cow, that's the upon Green coin. That's the upon Green coin. Why you put a man on your back knowing what he's doing is wrong? You put a man on your back. Why? When the people insult the ladies, he doesn't post statement out. Why is it that Green GELEO cannot post statement out when Prophecy insulted our daughter? Only Madam Carlos Shekpeh when James the other Dorsey before he can post statement out. Why you didn't condemn Prophecy action too? So the man can do all the bad things, but you are supporting in Apple. That's the Apple Green coin. There. Sagrinko. Soko. Sagrinko. You don't do that. You're encouraging that child to do the bad thing, to do more bad things. And put you con do not know about you are bringing you poko. Mobile you unkuri bali. Mumu and jare no 100. Nimona poko ade we are poko. When you go, you do the right thing, they praise you. But how is it that the guy is doing everything wrong? They are poko. Apo Green Council. Can no and you know by I bring you and you dirty, eh? Dirty Apo Green one me up what the council. Yeah, I tell you what question. Dirty oh manager say Apo Green coin. They'll do on one. On the with ya me Apo one. What dear that more and one you know they are bleed. That's Sukulu said I bleed. You know and in Ninja. The green moon, your blood, the basso, the aqua, mineral, all in that, and the same. They are poor green con Kale. No bow more no day. About more about new man on their song. Ne poor bacon. Ne poor acon. That I bring you in. They are poor green con come. Then in Sari and Yolo, or green support here. They are poor Judah, they are supported Judah cow, do more account, do sorry, we come in and do dia. They are poor concale, that you are poor green boy. Anyone did I more? Anyone? And you know by that more new jet. They are bleed I am on you by more poor ample son, they never dare no there. There, on one new jet, say. I started there. You come point they come point boko. They are supporting. They swallow their poor green co. You come no back level more that yard and you come around now. Otia, no about team. When I chair lady, oh, but on swallow Jason, them one beardy, their poor green co. So I'm on ballet, Sagrinco. So that's Sienna Bliss Agrinco. I'm on ballet. Monyoje. No jelly no desson. Green one your son, born your son, I'll compare. This one on one I'll boy, compare, so. I'm balling well. I'm one bully, but I just say, Sagrinco. Block, poor backo, that on where's a dream. Poor bad no weapon to bear that and poor bad no. That on where's a one. No one that sad poor the ye, boy, ye son compare. They are on Gerald Green on their corner, ye so on the con. Ne boy, ye so combine, boy, support ye. Boy, con boy. Soko, what's a yapper? Another Soko. As I am a Joyce, also green soda con, your corner dead in the moji. Us green soda con. Then I do not say they are, you know, they are Jew. They just say on poor green cow and the bad day. They do not trade. The green say statement jaipo. There are nobody do on what they are do say well. The greens on what one. They are poor green cow. That the poor green cow. I will talk to them. I speak the original language very well. I'm a village boy. I told you. You know, I'm not single lingual. I'm a bilingual guy. You know, I speak the original language. So the father will speak the foreign language. It doesn't mean we can speak the real language. I probably will there. I bleach it actually. I did out check. You want to hear Jubo. So that's the situation. So Sion, my man, you have to establish your reputation as a young man coming up. Build yourself up and do the right thing. Sending names of our brothers and sisters to Prophet Key and thinking it is okay, by image of you brother. I don't know what you're talking about, my key. This is why one philosopher said, an allegation made without evidence, it can be dismissed without evidence. So your allegation has been dismissed. I am called SAYWON for a reason. I do not need a rescue team. I have a platform where I can speak to the community. I can speak to the world and exert my view. I don't need a rescue team. So I don't need to send information to Prophet Key to insult people. That's the man's style. The information is global. I publish the bank statements and everything on Facebook. Prophet Key is on Facebook. How can you blame me or somebody for giving Prophet Key the information? When was the last time when Prophet Key, when he insulted WIAH'S mother, his poor mother? When the last time you guys condemn? Oh, because he's not sabo. And so how you guys carry with this tribal step? You are so, you are so unjust and biased. The man, WIAH'S mother, has nothing to do with the corruption that WIAH carry on in Liberia, but that man will curse the man mother all day, and you guys don't talk, you clap for him. But when he does so for the Sapo people, then you are blaming other people. No, that kind of philosophy is not going to work with that SAYWON. No, you have to stop that. Stop making false allegations. In as much you don't want to be accused erroneously or falsely, stop that allegation. I will put you guys, they kept saying it. I will make you guys to do the right thing. You are doing the wrong thing. You are proceeding Where is the evidence? When I'm marking right now that that's how you put it, or somebody send the information to Prophet Key. Where is your evidence? Can I come here and accuse you right now and say you stole something? Where is the evidence that I have to accuse Maki? You can't do that. This is called defamation of character. You can't defame other people's character. You can't do that. It's liable. It's suable. You can be sued for spoiling other people's integrity in print. What you are doing right now, you are writing in print and smearing my impeccable record, my immaculate record, my honorable record that nobody can challenge. I bring it, when I get it, I pull it out here, you consume it. You don't like it, you go. You don't like it, you stay. Or you like it, you stay. People been embarrassing me. Your show is biased. I'm not following you. That's your business. I'm not here to appeal to people to make them happy. No. I'm here to just say the truth. So you can't tell me I give somebody information. Whoa, comrade. The evidence is coming. All right. I want to see it. Once you produce the evidence, then we have something to talk about. That if you are not in support of Mr. Key insulting our ladies, did you say anything about it? I just said that I denounced the action. That's the part of the video I don't like. So what else you want to say? I denounced Prophet Key for insulting our daughter. That part of it, she didn't eat the money. It's Darius. So when she called, when he said Darius get poppy hair, I'm okay with that one. When he said KULEE get dick hair, I'm okay with that one. When he said Green looked at toe fraud, dead toe fraud, I'm okay with that one. I'm not okay with him insulting our daughter. As much I'm not okay with a man insulting Judge WIAH'S or man or anybody or any woman for that matter. I'm not okay with that. I'm not going to condone the wrong thing. I'm here for you guys to do the right thing. And so you see the moral soldier. There is no way I will condone somebody insulting our ladies, especially when a woman does nothing wrong. She wasn't part of Darius. I mean, that's a wife, of course. But how sure are we that she supported the action? No evidence to that effect. So we can't wrongly incriminate her. We can't do that. You cannot. As much you cannot incriminate her. My man, Sion, let's say Sion and Maki cannot incriminate other people and falsely accuse other people for what they did not have evidence about. We can't do that. Let's build a noble community. Let's build a community free of allegations without evidence. When you say it, right now, I'm holding you by your words, comrade. You have to produce, you have put yourself on record for telling me that your evidence is coming. I want to see that evidence. If you do not produce the evidence, that's how my respect can evaporate from people. And so now you have put yourself on a moral pedestal and you have to produce that evidence. So I'm looking up to it. So why you never mentioned that on your show about this wrong action? I mean, you just been repelled. It doesn't have a specific time to say that you can denounce it anytime at your convenience. So I don't have to say every time. You know, I get an option to say because at every show you have an agenda, and so you are faithful to that agenda. With the first time when I spoke about it, I will focus on the major characters that the guy dealt with. You know, the guy. That's what I will focus on. The Green Coach, the Darius, the KULEE. Those are the main people my attention was on. Not all of the other details, but it was wrong. It was wrong to insult our daughter, to insult any woman for that matter who did nothing wrong. All right, so that's that thing. These are some of the things I see here. So let me close here with my last talking point, and I'll call it a day. If you want to call, it's up to you. If you don't want to call, okay. I'm not here to appease people, you know, man. Hey, I'll support you. Other people, you did that. That do you respect our ladies? I mean, start asking redundant questions, man. Yeah, the question is just redundant, pleonastic. Let's see. There's a lot of things that I want to talk about before I leave you for the day. Is what I call sound politics. This is the voice of SINOE in the diaspora, of course. So we'll talk about Mr. Sampson. We are good gesture in SINOE County for sure. And so we want to talk a little bit about SINOE politics, and we'll call it a day. SINOE County, again, some people think 2023 is far away. It was sooner rather than later, it's around the corner. And we have started surveying the people that want to lead us. All right? I have started surveying it. I will be on it until the last day. We'll go to the ballot box before I rest. So every time I come, I'll bring new candidate and talk about the candidate too. So we are beginning with SHADRACK KOLO SAYWON. Okay? SHADRACK KOLO SAYWON wants to represent my people. He wants to represent me. And so when you want to represent the father of morality, the father of justice, then you must be a just man. You cannot be an unjust man and you want to represent me. I'm not going to be okay with that. Because evil and good don't mess up. They don't belong in the same area. So let me do something here quickly. I think I didn't put Kolo picture here. I want Reverend Kolo. Let's put a male picture here so you can know what I'm talking about. SHADRACK KOLO SAYWON. Good. There's a picture right here. Now, Father. We want to talk about Reverend Kolo because he wants to represent me. And all those that are vying for position for that representative slot in district number 3, you'll be brought on the radar, whether you're my friend or not. Okay? I'm not here for cronyism, nepotism, sectionalism. I want that scene, that other scene, what they call patriotism, love for country, love for county, love for your people. I'm a nationalist. Okay? So anybody who poses a threat to the well-being of my people, you will have to come under the radar. I will have to tell the people not to vote for you. Because the people that you vote for, the people either improve your condition or they take you in the abyss of poverty. And from all indications, I don't know, for whatever reason my phone is low here, it may be slow. I wanted to download the picture here, Reverend Kolo, so that you can see him. Okay, good. Good. I'll save it. Let me put it in my studio quickly for you here so you can know what I'm talking about here. Yeah. So, Reverend Kolo, at least once have been rejected already by the people. And there is a reason why you were rejected by the people. The people, nothing wrong with our people. They know who is right for them. And they know who is terrible for them. Excuse me, God, let me put my device in charge here quickly. Let me put my device in charge before it dies. My other device that I monitor on the other side. Let me do that quickly. Give me a second here. We're wrapping up as the last talking point here. I'll be up. So, good. Let's see, my phone is charging now. Good. That's what I want. I just want our phone to be in charge. Just in case somebody calls so it doesn't die. So, let's talk about Reverend Kolo here for a second. And who is he? Reverend Kolo is the man right here. I just added into my gallery, my picture. That's Reverend Kolo right there. He's a reverend. Listen to that name. And that's why I get a problem with religious people. Not all of them, some of them. You see, religious people, some of them, not all of them, again, I repeat that, they high on the title. They high on that title, meanwhile, they're not good. And when I said that, Reverend Kolo again contested in 2017 in SINOE County Electoral District number 3 to be a lawmaker. And the people said, no, sir, we don't want you. They rejected him. Yet the statistic right here from that election. Reverend KOLO only got 1,861 votes. He got just 19% of the vote. Okay? So he got only 1,000 out of, the total registered voter, you're talking about 14,000 plus. And the man only got 1,861 votes. And you're talking about campaigning for a whole about 4 or 5 years. The man started a campaign a long time before the even election. He said he's running orphanage in the county, he's running. I'm going to put that on hot. All right, let's leave it for now. Thank you. So, the man ran 2017 and he only got 1,000 votes. And you know why the people gave him 1,000 votes? It's because he's not the right man. Because the right man for the people will not get 1,000 votes. The right person, when you are the right person, you get the majority of the votes. So, Reverend KOLO has a motive. And the motive is to take our district to work in concert with the most corrupt man in the Republic of Liberia. And that person is Milton Teje. This man said he's a reverend. Okay, a reverend. That means he serves God. He's a representative of God on earth. This man said he means well for Sandra County, District number 3. But he is on record. He is everywhere praising Milton Teje of all people. Milton Teje, who is harmful to Sandra County and Liberia as a whole. And why do I say that? Because Milton Teje and Charles Taylor were the one that waged war on Liberia, or on the Liberian people, if you like. He was the spokesman for Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor is in jail for not only the crimes in Liberia, just the neighboring country. He was declared guilty for participating in Sierra Leone war. He was sent to prison for 50 years. His son, Charles Taylor's son, Chucky, for the atrocities committed in Liberia and other countries, he was sent to jail for 97 years. The spokesperson for Charles Taylor and Chucky Taylor is the best friend of Reverend KOLO. But Reverend KOLO, in the same vein, he's telling us he is the right person for the people. That's just the beginning. It's just the beginning I'm giving you. This man is dining and whining with Teje everywhere. Teje sponsored a bill to confiscate, to basically take our land, the Sinkum people land. He sponsored a bill. They did not sponsor a bill to create jobs in Sandra County. He did not sponsor a bill to protect children against rape. This man sponsored a bill to take people land. And KOLO said, that's the right man for me. That's the man I like. This man did not, again, I just told you, he did not sponsor a bill to protect our girls, our women against rape. Milton Teje sponsored a bill to make rape the law of the land, to legalize rape. In other words, when people rape, they can pay money and they become free people. This is the man KOLO, Reverend KOLO, is supporting 24/7. And KOLO is telling us he is the right man for the people of Sandra County, for that SAYWON esoteric. Oh no, KOLO. Your God is not telling you the right thing. The God that told you to be a friend of Milton Teje, who is everything that is wrong in Sandra County, the God that told you that, you got that SAYWON to contend with. You are not the right person. And nobody going to turn things around because of politics. Anybody who supports the spokesman of Charles Taylor, who killed 250,000 people, including my brothers. You are not a good person. Oh, yes. So, Reverend Kolo should go in the church and go sit down. Because I have started the campaign from now to 2023, election day. I will make sure and educate the people. I will be 2023 election. I will be in Liberia, door to door, to tell our people. Thank you, Reverend Kolo, for giving school to our children, whatever education you are giving. I'm not going to dismiss that. Thanks for giving some masks to our people, which Green Code Geo cannot do. I appreciate you. Thanks for building handpump for the people. But that is a facade. That is a trick. If you want fish, if you go fishing, you pour the belt, you put the worm on the hook so that the fish can come for it. And that's exactly what Kolo is doing. He wants to be the representative. And so he's doing these things so that we can point there. And then you say, bingo, what I wanted, I got it now. That's the trick. And so the man is not hiding what he is for. If Reverend Kolo is against rape, he will not support a man who sponsors a rape bill. No, he was not. He would not. If Reverend Kolo is against somebody who murder people, he will not support Milton Teji, who helped Charles Taylor to murder people. This is not rocket science. This is not metaphysics. This is not epistemology. This is an ontology. It's basic knowledge. No. And these guys are telling the campaigning SINOE County for Kolo to be the representative or puppet of Milton Teji. The man who does not have the testicular fortitude to condemn Teji actions. The man who stole SINOE County development money. The man who abandoned 74 development projects. The man who was declared guilty for corruption. And that's the man Reverend Kolo is friend with. And you are telling me when he becomes representative, he will be a good man. Hell to the no. He will not. The man is telling you already he's not a good man. You want to make that man representative? I call on the people of District Number 3, SINOE County. If you want to remain in poverty, then support Reverend Kolo. Because Reverend Kolo and Teji, they have the same agenda. Tell me what has Reverend Teji done for our people in SINOE County. But building personal houses for himself, building private school for himself, using our money he's embezzled. And then the children, the people money he embezzled, build school, they have to pay money to him so that they can go to school. If they don't pay Teji the money, he posts their Usaa. And that's the man that Reverend Kolo is friend with. And that's the man you say he's coming to do good for SINOE County. Oh, no. The man is telling you already he's a bad man. He's telling you he's not hiding it. I mean, I like his honesty. I like the fact that he's honest about his action, his goal, what he's coming to do. I like the fact that Reverend Kolo telling us straight up front. The man is on record telling us corruption power getting. And that's the man Reverend Kolo says he's the right man for that to support that the man coming work with. Listen to Teji himself, not me.
No nominee in the entire Republic of Liberia will tell you that I have shown my 5 fingers to some of the posts that in my head. No, no. They will be so disappointed to come to my point. No, I have a kind of tradition in my office. I was chairman, which I intend to continue. And that tradition is when I'm confronting people, I tell them the truth. They are the ones who are giving you this job. But if we don't compare you, you will not believe. Okay. I also have young people behind me that need to work. So by God's grace, if we succeed confirming you, because the head of 1 or 2 needs. When I put the green, they are confirmed, please take a move for me. Let me be a PR officer in the agency. That's the right number I get it. I get that. Because through me, all of you, the young people that have your supply. And I don't run from the corporation, I don't run company, I don't run ministries. Concurrent ministries, but not ministries, then we ask them to help people. That corruption, every channel, every committee has. One, I'm guilty. But to say, they don't get it.
Yeah, I was saying, come on, man.
You know that most people always find a reason to try to say they can paint somebody's character. If I wanted money come over, what to do to what they combine?
Yeah. And I didn't need our hair. They want the boogie, I want the boogie get it back.
No, that's true. That's true. But my man, I would do is give me money that you're not confirming. Yeah, okay, now you ain't blow alarm yet. Oh, big, yeah. You gotta talk to my office. I said, Mr. Councilor Wabuduki, I'm getting information that you gave money to this committee and we did not confirm you. He said, Mr. Chairman, they should stop that kind of nonsense. How did I get money to that committee? I've never heard that. I really thought that any of this thing. The guy from the beginning wanted to bring to deny me.
So that's it. Milton Tiaji, the man is telling you, I mean, he will declare guilty. And when you listen to him, he said, I have a kind of tradition in my office. And that tradition is when I'm confirming people, I tell them we are the one giving you the job. And so because when we not give you the job, you will not get it. We're not confirming you, you will not get a job. And so before we give you the job, you have to give me, I will select a couple of my people that you're supposed to hire when we confirm you. It's called blackmailing, okay? You have to blackmail the man before you confirm the man. So if the man, so that's what the man did. And that's the man Reverend KOLO supporting. Reverend KOLO sees the man as a moral man. They sent Reverend Milton Tiaji to vet people, to get the right people in office. But once you agree with, you tell Milton Tiaji, say, oh, get my people. Whether you the right person or not, once you give his, those people job, you're good. Whether you qualify for that position. And so this is the man. So when I know my piggy corrected me the other day, oh, Reverend KOLO doesn't have the power. I said, I said, if I was speaking conditionally, I didn't say you'll be a rep. I just said, if he was a senator, he were a senator, will you do the same thing? But this is the man that KOLO say, you know, he's the right man for SINOE County. KOLO himself, the first time this man contested for an elected position in SINOE County, it was total chaos in SINOE County. This man right here, because he couldn't control his supporters. And so the supporters went and attacked the supporters of Honorable Zaza who were jubilating over their victory. Reverend KOLO supporters, including himself, they were throwing stones at their fellow citizens for celebrating. The Reverend KOLO was telling me, when I went to Labrador, aside from the man, you were justifying that thing. Why the people that stay on their side and they come on our side? Is that rebel war we're fighting here? It's election. And when you look at the video, I played the video the other day. Next time, I got a video on my computer right now, but I'm tired now. I got to go. But I will play the video to see Honorable Zaza supporter. All they were doing was dancing. Electoral district, when Reverend KOLO wins, assuming he wins, he will not be the representative for Cameltown. And so everybody will be dancing, going to Cameltown, or people from Cameltown will dance and go to other areas. The fact that they are dancing, does that mean they should burst their eye? They should harm somebody? Reverend KOLO supporters, Reverend KOLO and his supporter, they burst their fellow citizen eye. In SINOE, when he won the election, when he was defeated. When he was defeated, when Honorable Zaza won the election, the guys got vexed. Nobody should win election. They shouldn't celebrate and come to Cameltown because Cameltown is for Tiaji and Reverend KOLO. So nobody should go there. Cameltown is in district number 3. It's in SINOE County. So anybody can go anywhere to celebrate their victory. But the guys say, oh no, they should stay to their headquarters, that rebel war. Nobody comes to the other. And that's the man you want to make representative. You finish. That man combined with Tiaji, you finish in SINOE County. And we know the two of them, they're not going to win. I know I trust the people. The people with the highest vote in electoral district number 3. That the people you attack. Oh, that's it, the election. Over here, when the people doing the election, they are talking about the white vote, the Hispanic vote, the black vote. All right. Election time, the highest people in district number 3 that had the highest number that their son eye you burst, and the guy died because of frustration, and you say you want to represent them, you better go far play to sit down. You are not going to be a representative in electoral district number 3, Reverend KOLO. No, you proceeded the wrong way. You did not do the right thing when the people beat you, and on top of that, you are making it worse. You are supporting TIG. So how do people, what are motivated people to, the single people who are the majority in district number 3, TIG wants to take their land, and you are supporting the land. How is it that you expect the people to vote for you? The politics. The people, the politics is interest. So your alignment will tell the people that you are not in their interests. And so they will not vote for you. And so that Reverend KOLO, I just a little bit, I just one more with him. We got more coming on the voice of SINOE. Let me see the comment, the last comment here. I'll be out for the day. Yeah. What are you looking for? Someone else. My brother, come after me, Jala Jala. Okay. You guys are such hypocrites. What is an insult? When Samuel Shepard insults other women without provocation, when last someone like you spoke out, or it is okay because Sapo man insults Sapo woman, nothing wrong with that. That's it, Madam President. That's the hypocrisy of those guys. They want to see things from their perspective. You know, when on our side is good. When somebody on our side insults people, no condemnation. But when somebody different, then they want travel last the whole thing. Prophet Kid, that Gio man, no nonsense. Now what they can't bring, they are like Gio man to come and insult Sapo. That Gio man tell you to go steal. You saw Green. Again, I apologize for Darius's wife. She's not part of the corruption. Even though, I mean, she's part of Green team, but I don't think she should be victimized. I don't think so. You know, that's my view. But you can't point finger at people who say, oh, they instructed Prophet Key to insult somebody. Come on, Prophet Key is not a baby, okay? It's not a child for somebody to tell you to go insult people. That's what kind of weak thing that they put around here. But anyway, guys, I want to tell you thank you so much for joining Voice of SINOE in the diaspora with ESOTERIC from the Keystone State, Pennsylvania. Before we leave, I just want to make a quick reminder here. This coming Saturday, the tragedy in our community, our son will be buried. That's Samuel Tiko Sua. His burial is this Saturday. All right, so Philadelphia, everybody will be from all over the U.S. They will be descending on Philadelphia for the burial of this young man. All right, so I just want to remind you so that you can come, put our arms, our hands around the family. It's very tough. We I knew this brother very well, very nice young man, and his life was abbreviated, you know, and so his final homegoing celebration will be this Saturday, the 16th, I think. Yeah, 16th. I can see the information very well on the screen there. My eyes, you know, I don't have 20/20 vision. All right, so that's something that you have to be aware of. This coming Saturday will be the burial of Tiko Sua. The information, everything there to be part of is on the flyer on your screen. All right, that's something I just wanted to put out quickly, and before I let you go. All right, so that being said, we finished talking it, and we'll keep talking it until the right thing is done in our community. We will talk it, and so I gotta talk it. All right, what is talking? I'm gonna talk it music.
Joshua. Wow, c'est 6 billion go. Wow, 25 million. Don't be provide money for
Green. Well, 90,000 go. Where did he put our 90,000 Green?
Joshua. Wow, c'est 6 billion go. Wow, 25 million. Don't be provide money for Liberian people, yeah. We suffer too much, no food to eat. The country get young get time for it. What you steal people money? We will talk it. Here goes how we talk it. We will talk it. Yeah, can't how we talk it. We will talk it. That's the long we talk it. We will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it.
Prophet Key, force of the forceless.
Don't talk it, papi. We will talk it. no food to eat, you will talk it. Make me crying, you will talk it. You are reclaiming all, you will talk it. Echo reprehab, you will talk it. That's a travel crying, you will talk it. Gasoline pre off, you will talk it. For water, la $10, you will talk it. Black plastic bear, la $10. Blue plastic bear, la $20. One cup of red, la $50. Country get here, very high. Everywhere you go, they say la propos. Anything you touch, they say la propos. More people dying, more people suffering. No good hospital, Liberia dirty. Government not get on, they not get on. Government not get on, they not get on. I was 16 billion. What play go?
Yeah, our 90,000. What play go? All right, guys, that's it. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk again next week.